Hey guys, just some technical issues on our part, but it looks like a timeout taken by Superfat BB. Timeout's going to be ending, and a 4-2 advantage in favor of UBC Black. Do you think that the other team is going to have the chance to get back into this game, into this half?
I think the timeout will do them well, but honestly, just a quick summary of what happened in these last like 6 rounds, since some of you may not have seen it. Pretty much just the usual progression. First 2 round wins, and then bonus was not converted. Unfortunately, you probably saw it from the preview and the tab screen scoreboard, but yeah, I'd say that this is a fairly common progression of rounds so far. And
Hmm.
now that we're back into like a proper gun round, we might be able to see some interesting things. There are 2 ults available also for 4 big guys, so we might be able to do something with that. It's a very powerful ult, I'd say, against the
Yep.
singular Vice ult on the side of UBC Black.
Yeah, looks like a pretty passive hold here for 4 big guys. Trying to take some space through mid. It looks like Day holding that angle in market, seeing if he can find a fight. Doesn't find anyone, but there is that pressure coming over towards that B side. Looks like we're going to be ending B. Insomniac caught out with his smokes is taken out by Day here, and it's now a 4v5 in favor of UBC Black. Vicronix trying to look for a pick here, gets that pick on today. It's now a 4v4. A shift, it looks like, comes over towards the A site potentially. A fight here is going to be big for Kaihua. Kaihua doesn't get any damage on it, but does get out with his life. This hit is now for sure going to be coming onto this A site. Kaihua, the only defender here. Fade ult comes out onto him, misses him. Holding here, does not get the kill. Is surrounded by the Yoro, gets the kill onto James, but is quickly traded out by Kyle. It's now a 3v3 onto site, but
But the hold is
four
really
big
good. The
guys.
spike hasn't been picked up. They have 10
Exactly. 10
seconds.
seconds to plant the spike. Will they get it done? Drone comes in by Sova. Is not going to be enough to stop that plant. Plant does come down though. 4 seconds on it. Oh, Visol popped and Sova does get that kill through that smoke. Another counteracted Visol there. And a quick 3k buy that Sova
To
on
clean up
UBC Black.
before the Steel Garden even activates.
That was a really great round by UBC Black. Just being able to flood, knowing that there wasn't any time left, and taking out that planter there.
No, these guys are matching each other's paces really well. To be honest, like it's like you'd think that it was fairly slow, but suddenly everything just exploded in these last like what 20 seconds,
Yeah,
and
got
now
right out.
it's a very awkward economy again for 4 big guys. Well, to be fair, they do have the loss bonus going for them, but nevertheless, very awkward buys. Let's see if they're able to like juggle these guns around really well.
Looking like a strong buy for UBC Black. I'm going to start off with a bit of a B-lean for 4 big guys. We'll see if they can get anything off of this with their gun disadvantage. They do have those 2 hero rifles. We'll see if Iconics can get anything. Now with that, Sheriff is able to take out Kaihua with the Sheriff there, and that is a potential free gun waiting on the ground for them. A shift now by the defenders of UBC Black comes into B. And looks like this B hit will be coming in very shortly. An orb caught out by Vicronix.
They're
We'll see if
trying to
this is
deny the gun. They
a
managed to
nice
deny
shot there
one.
by OK
10
there.
shells. Okay, they're zoning them out.
Interesting fight
Boombot
here.
as well,
James does
but
manage to get
that
that
one for
Sheriff.
one is very worth it, I'd say. It's 3v3 now. Gun advantage isn't that significant anymore.
Yep,
Managed to get the Vandal on the ground.
we're still seeing a bit of a B lean here by the side of 4 big guys.
Okay, the Owl Drone does give them the info they need. They know there's at least 2 players there, but they probably know that all of them are in that area after the initial contact by Kaihua.
And look at this push here by the UBC Black Vicer. He has that complete info of A main. He knows that this team is not coming towards A, at least not at the moment. So these 2 defenders on B main or on B site are allowed to just sit there and wait for that hit. And they do get that pick in main Day there with that nice crispy headshot onto Kyo. It's now a
the Vandal down.
2v3. Can Labubu get a kill
Managed
here?
to get
Isn't able to.
timing? No, unfortunately not. And that's a round close from UBC Black yet again.
Yeah, UBC Black, they're able to mop up. Like I said before, Shakal there pushing up onto that angle was able to find so much info and allow Day and the Sova to just plant themselves onto that site and make sure that no late hit was coming on.
To be honest, it was getting really scary, especially with that initial contact with Kaihua. Like, that was a very winnable round. Unfortunate that I guess you could say the B main was really a huge choke there, with all the utility that, well, it was individual utility being thrown, but managed to 1-for-1 multiple times at that moment. So
Yeah.
well, we'll see what happens here. They do have an operator now on the side of UBC Black.
Yeah, it looks like four big guys will be going with the heavy mid to
Insomniac
potentially
just
B here.
might get caught again.
Yeah, then we'll see if this op can get any value. Does see that Yoriclone doesn't shoot at it, so the enemies don't know that the op is there. And Insomniac takes head off with that Phantom. What an amazing pick by Insomniac there to open up that B side. Now, two members of UBC Black are forced to pick up that market there. This might spell a bit of disaster for UBC Black if four big guys are able to capitalize, but it seems like they still want to go with this B hit. They got two in main, the Fade and the Raid. And a pick by
It's another
Insomniac
one.
again. But that
Faded back though.
the op. Another pick with that op here. Skyhu will get a
3v3.
third on this Raze. He's looking for it, looking for it. Raze might try to pick up that. Oh, and Vikernyx takes him
Slow
down.
kind of
That
briefed
op is no
himself
longer-
there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that op is no longer a threat. Potentially wanting to be picked up by the Sova, but it looks like he might not. It's a 2v3 retake for UBC Black. We'll see if they can get anything
Boom
done
for
here.
info, they find this over.
Isn't able to
Razorman
take out
activated.
the Vice Storms there.
This stall is really good. At this point, I think that UBC might just wanna save the op. It's a winnable round, don't get me wrong, but this is a very okay. It's a 2v2 now. Time's ticking though.
Sova with that huge kill on to Vikernyx. It's a 1v2 now. Labubu just has to stall out the clock.
Has to
Does
swing.
get that pick onto
Has to swing, has to swing, has to shoot, has to shoot.
And
That is
Sova.
that is some huge discipline just to stick that. Honestly, I think that maybe he'd like wait off the bullets or something, but no, he just sticks it. The pros don't fake.
Yeah, Sova with the balls of steel there, just holding that plant or holding that spike through there.
Pays off perfectly.
Gets that win for his team, and now UBC Black is in a really good position for this half, up 7-2. Even if they lose all the remaining rounds of the half, they're still going to be up by 2 rounds. And both teams do have a pretty even buy, so we'll see that this round is really necessary for four big men to get back into that game and get their econ rolling. But we'll see.
It's like for a more aggressive play though, but that makes sense. They went off the op for this A main space. Is it gonna pay off though? Okay, it's 3v3, 4v4. Ult for ult. Sage wants to try to stall. Powder comes out. And this Clove isn't gonna get anything, unfortunately. That Storm is just so huge.
Yeah, what a great play there by the Raze and Sage there to stall for that Clove ult. That Clove ult will now get nothing, and he'll be taken out. But Vikernyx gets that pick on today, and OK trades him out there. It's now a 2v3 in favor of UBC Black. We'll see if UBC Black can hold off this potential hit coming to A, but it seems like four big guys will be transitioning over to that mid, potentially going through the market. Very
they barely have any info at the moment. I mean, they do know that they haven't hit like B at least because the Vice utility is still active.
The Vice wall, yeah.
There's a gap here in market.
Yeah, if they do decide to go market,
there's a timing. Vice has already gotten off the angle.
Yeah, and now, I mean, UBC Black at this point know that they have to be over on this B side. They've cleared out all of A main. Shakal being very smart. Yeah. Shakal is very smart, waiting out, playing that 3v2 in favor of his team. And Keo gets that plant down. It's now a 2v3 post plant.
They do have available though for the retake. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Four big guys decide to group up towards CT. Will they get this pick on Shakal here? It's a 2v1 right now.
They need to line this up
Vikernyx does get that pick, and now it's a 2v2. They do have that showstopper, like you said, active. Will they decide to use it is a big question. They do.
Nothing to lose, really.
They try to go CT with it. Vikernyx able to take out the other Sage. That Razor is completely whiffed, and he looks at the wall, disappointed in himself. Will they clear out Keo here in this little corner here? Isn't able to clear that. Well, wow, what a
that is really, really huge. Yeah, no, that is huge for four big guys. Honestly, their econ would have been in an absolute shambles if they couldn't win this. But now they're pretty much forced to try to win this next round because otherwise their last round for this half is just going to be absolutely horrible in terms of the buy.
Exactly. I mean, like you said too, like that round jump started not only their economy, but they were able to get that result out of UBC Black, which is huge. That result got absolutely no value, so that is exactly what they would have wanted out of that post plant there.
I think that for this round they'd try to maybe orb hunt because they're at 5 out of 8, most of them, and they could definitely use those ults in the final round of the half.
Agreed.
We'll see. They do have a default set up right now. Might be able to get this orb. Kaiwa does get Clove though.
They do trigger that wall in B main, does it for big guys.
Hunter's Fury does find one.
And UBC OK, able to take out 2 in mid. It's now a 2v5 in favor of UBC Black. I mean, this round looks all but lost here. It's up to Keo and the Raze to just pick up the pieces. tail between their legs. I don't know if they can get anything done out of this round. I mean,
I mean, what's
and
what's hard
Kaihua
is
is
they're
already
getting
punched.
pincered. Yeah, like Kaiwa has such a forward angle now that they
Hmm.
pretty much know that they have to be like towards B lobby or B
Yeah,
main.
but I like this patience by UBC Black, just putting two in mid. They know that four big guys has to try something really weird here, and a mid top push would be that answer to that question. But it seems like four big guys just want to kind of hang around B main, cause some confusion on where their position is. They obviously don't know that Kaihua is pushed up super far on this angle, but we'll see what they can get done here. No
30
ults for
seconds
either
left.
sides, and it looks like
Looks more like a
they might
save
be
to me.
saving. Yeah, they might be
Yeah,
saving here, which is a smart play. Like you said, if they lose this round, their economy is going to be in shambles. But, if they save out two hero rifles, it could do some big damage into that next round.
they'll be able to juggle the guns, and they should be pretty close to ults. They probably
10
just
seconds
need
left.
an orb or two for one
Mm.
or two of their players, and they should be able to activate some ults for this final round of the half.
Yeah. Big question is UBC Black potentially hunting for the kills? I mean, Kaihua
They
now
should if
knows
it's
where
worth,
Vikernex is,
honestly.
and his teammate, but is taken out by
Oh, that's
Vikernex.
huge. That is huge.
And takes
That
out
is
another.
huge as well. Okay, so now the guns are gonna be like pretty even actually. Like
Yeah.
you'll see that UBC Black do have the money, but honestly, that disruption at least like throws them off their rhythm. I'd
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, they do have that gun disadvantage, but like you were saying, they do have the potential of two ults online. Does Fig or Big Guys? They have the potential Fade ult online in one orb, and they obviously have Vikernyx, the ult that he picked
Yeah.
up from getting that pick onto Kaihua the previous round. But it looks like a bit of a B hit coming out. They want to take mid very quickly, but Day takes out Labubu's head just by pushing. Will he get James too? He just saw the butt of his gun. Day able to take out James as well.
A lot of
Day able
butyl
to
being
take out a
thrown.
third in mid, and Spike is down. Name of this round is the Day Show. He's just been taking out everyone this round. And now it's up to Vikernyx and the Vice again to try to salvage something. I mean, this is all but lost. Vikernyx trying to find that fight onto Shikala isn't able to find anything. Does try to sneak up though. He needs to find a kill right now if he wants to give his team any
One at a
chance.
time,
Does
to be
have that
honest.
shorty.
Gets
Yep,
one.
gets that kill. Now it's a 4v2. It's still not looking very likely for four big guys, but there's always a chance. Vikernyx opens that door of market, tries to see if he can get an angle on anyone willing to give himself a fight. Kyo's right there to back him up, but I don't know how they're gonna break this smoke crossfire here. Shock bolt or shock dart.
It's awkward because they have all of B site, but Spike is literally in the center of the
This is
map.
such an unfortunate round. Yeah, Sova with that drone there, trying to see if he can spot anyone. Does not spot anyone, so might give them some clues on where Vikernyx could be. Vikernyx trying to
30
take top
seconds
mid
left.
to see if he can get a separate angle onto that crossfire. If he's able to take out one here, it could spell a bit of disaster. It does get that one onto Kaihua.
This is a
Now,
huge timing, but there's 20 seconds left.
does get the
Cut
other
her down. Trade from top
Yeah.
from bot mid, and they actually managed to close out the round just like that.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I mean,
even
that-
nervous. Wasn't even nervous. Even after those first two kills in mid. Wasn't
Hey,
even nervous.
if I'm UBC Black there, I'm getting a little scared. I'm not gonna lie, but thankfully they're able to secure that round, and it looks like UBC Black will now be on the attacking side. What do you think is four big guys' win con to get back into this game, Lance?
To be honest, they're really going all out here with the three sheriffs. I'd say that they have. I don't know. Like they just really want to kill like all of UBC Black as much as they can right now. But
Mhm.
I don't know. They're playing towards mid for sure. You can see that they're setting something up.
Yeah.
We'll see if they manage to win out the gunfight at least.
Yeah. Like Lance said, three sheriffs looking down mid. They do get smoked off, so those sheriffs won't get any value. Day, with that classic, looks like he wants to potentially
They're
creep up
shifting
into the
away now,
smoke.
though.
Will he get this kill on Vikernyx if he gets the timing? Vikernyx is so aware of it, though. So Day does back off. The Raze Boombot there to clear out a bit of space, though. Fake Your TP comes in from the side of four big guys, and Labubu able to take
Spike's
out
down.
the Sova's head there. Now the spike location is revealed. They're going to have to do something crazy here. Looks like Day wants to do something crazy. He does get that pick, does get that second pick onto Vikernyx. The entire top mid side is opened up, but Labubu with that sheriff is holding to see if they go B. They do decide to crunch in on A. They don't know that Insomniac is there now. Cleared out by that nade. Now they do know he's on site. Now it's just going to be him fighting four guys. Does manage to get that kill onto OK. Labubu with that cleanup kill onto Day. It's now a 2v3 in favor of four big guys. A wall comes down for that safe plant. And Shakal is able to find another onto Labubu. It's now a 2v2. It's looking very winnable for either side. Insomniac is obviously one body shot or one toe shot away from death, but they're not away of him.
Nice skill timing.
He does get that kill onto Kaihua. It's a 1v2 for Shakal, but he does have the sheriff. One body shot onto
Trying to isolate
Insomniac.
the ones.
And does get
And the
that kill
sheriff.
onto Kyo. What an insane clutch by Shakal there with that sheriff. I mean, it's just a cherry on top at this point. I mean, Shakal's team is already destroying right now, but I mean, that was a statement round for them, if anything.
No, but you gotta admit though, like the read on Day there, once he was playing with a classic against sheriffs, he just managed to sneak through mid, and at that point, sheriff versus classic, not really a problem. It's short mid range. He managed to get the first two even, and his team just managed to clean it up in the post plant. Honestly,
Yeah.
very impressive.
Well played by Shakal there to get that clutch. Seems like they're going with a really fast A hit, UBC Black, but
But notice
A
the
side is
force by
completely open.
desperation as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, Shakal is just causing some noise here. It seems like UBC Black is cautious of the no contact up onto A, but they now see that the site is completely free. Looks like there's site hit will be speeding up. Shakal now finds a bunch of noise here. Will he be able to get one before he gets overrun? He does find one, and that's only a sheriff dropped to the enemy team. Okay, does find the
UBC
kill
Black
with
has
that Spectre.
complete info, and now they just take A for free.
Yeah, and it's a 4v3 now with better guns. I mean, Labubu here does have that sheriff and Stinger, but I mean, I don't think. Yeah, they do have a Bucky as well on Vicronix. But I don't know if it's going to be much use on this weird retake. Kaihua has an interesting angle here. Will he be able to spot him? He does see the little bit of his head.
I think he just missed him because of the gun.
Vicronix does find a pick on him, but Kaihua does take it out and Jay cleans up. Yep. I mean, I thought for a bit maybe there was a chance there, but you know, I mean, Day just cleans up with that Guardian and it's looking. It's 11-3 right now. I mean, it's all but lost.
Your Econ is in shambles. Like four big guys, they have to try to hope for something again with sheriffs. I guess they do have the hero buy coming in, so they're gonna have to try to juggle that Guardian around. But even in terms of like ults, they're just way too far. The best they can hope for is an ult next round, but this is as good as a 12-3, and that's gonna be absolute desperation coming back 9 whole rounds.
I mean, imagine psychologically, like the difference between a 3-11 and a 3-12 is so immense, even though it's only one round.
Seems like they're just gonna go fast here, no?
Yeah. Looks like UBC Black doesn't want to waste any time. Goes in really quickly with this judge on the Raze. Does he clear out here?
So Anchor does not manage to hold anything at all. That is so unfortunate.
Insomniac going for an interesting play here. Does get taken out by UBC Shakal, and it's now a 3v4 in the favor of UBC Black. James going on this very big flank. Does still need to trip that Vice Wall. Vicronix does manage to take out one.
Hunt manages
with that Guardian.
Aljon and the Recon Bolt also do give the info. Arc Rose deployed.
Day does take out the flank on James, yeah. But it's not enough.
And there's the 12-3. It's just not enough. There's just too much. There's just too much of the gunpowder and the utility.
Yeah.
Now they can feel the overwhelming pressure. They have to just try whatever they can even scrape together against. And that was also like UBC's bonus round. So now they're in full guns, full utility. This and ult advantage even goes more towards UBC Black. So they're just gonna have to hope for something here. If they can even manage to get an orb or two, maybe a kill or two.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it seems like
hopefully for a retake or something.
Or the guys are going for a desperation play in mid.
Oh my god.
They do manage to get 3 off of this weird Sage Wall that UBC Black tried.
It's the classic Grim Wall, but they did the multiple. Okay, and they actually managed to close out that fast. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they probably read the UBC mid push there, because they just three-man Grimwall that that top of mid and managed to kill 3 immediately. Honestly, that's very impressive.
I mean, that was a pretty good read. I don't know if it was intentional or not by 4 big guys. They're just aware that UBC Black might group up there just to finish off the game, but it'll keep them around for 1 round longer. We'll see if this round win, snowballs into anything. It looks a little bleak at this point, but anything can happen. It seems like
huge though, because like earlier UBC Black had the ults advantage, but now it's even. So those kills definitely like made some. Okay, well, I mean, we'll see. They're playing it slower now. They're trying to, I guess they're trying to posture, see what they can prod for. But here comes a quick flank, manages to read the flank immediately. Wow.
Yeah. UBC
reaction.
Black is still leaning towards that A site, and especially with that kill on to James there, it does open up that B site. Their Clove does need to pick up B main now just to make sure that no lurkers come in, but it's looking like a very chill round here so far for UBC Black. They don't want to make any unnecessary mistakes. They do trade out that kill from Labubu,
It
and
should
now
be a
it's
1-for-1 though, right? Surely.
yeah. I mean, we'll see if they can get this pick onto the Clove. Does Clove aware of it? No, he's not aware of it, and so it seems like they will be dying.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
But
3v3 now.
Insomniac here doesn't manage to get anything there, and now it's a 3v2. They do have that Vice ult still on both sides, but the Sage Res is still available for UBC Black. We'll see if that gets used this round. Could be the last Sage Res of the game.
And there it
that
is.
Sage Res is used.
4v2, they
on-
have to use Steel Garden now, but then there's a counter Steel Garden as well. It's 2v2
Okay.
though. Steel Garden activated. I'm pretty sure there's counter coming in soon, right?
It seems like
counter
UBC
given.
Shakal maybe might pop his Vice ult. Doesn't decide to, and it's up to Vikernex to clutch out this round and keep their team alive for one more second. But Shakal is able to finish out that round and finish out this game. 13-4
GG's
in the
gold.
favor of UBC Black. What an amazing game. What an amazing
Wow,
showing
honestly,
by UBC Black.
that was absolutely dominating. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. I expected a little more longer action, considering the last 2 rounds that both teams have played. I thought, like, honestly, that these guys would probably be relatively equally matched, but I guess better team wins just like that.
I mean, yeah, like you said, I thought this was going to be a pretty close match, but it seemed like even from the beginning, UBC Black had 4 big guys' like numbers, and it was just a complete domination showing by them. Especially like Day. I mean, like some of his multi-kills would just straight up win them games, right? Or
Honestly, there
straight
were
up win them
so
rounds.
many good timings around his smokes, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the defensive play by 4 big guys, it wasn't as well as I wanted it to be. I think they just gave up sites a lot, usually from off of just a random pick by UBC Black. So I would have liked to see 4 big guys maybe chill a little bit more, give up that site, be more willing to play like a 5v5 or a 4v4 retake. But I mean, props to UBC Black for pulling that domination out. Yeah,
Of
we'll
course,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what game that we're streaming next.
Absolutely interesting compositions, to be honest, from UBC Black. Like I was I was very interested with how, like, the Yoru and Sage, since they pretty much had mirror comps except for the Yoru and the Sage. I was pretty interested to see, like, which one would make, like, the real difference, and I guess we kind of found that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and just a quick shout out. We'd like to say thank you to Metastack for sponsoring the Cascadia Cup.
Oh, I think we already have the what's it called? The matchup now. So I guess we're following UBC Black and four uncles, one cookout.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if UBC Black can continue that dominant performance that we saw them put on last game. I haven't seen any of the games that Four Uncles have been putting on, but we'll see if they can compete at all with UBC Black. If anything, maybe they'll give us a bit of a longer game. Not that the previous game was boring or anything, but we'll see if these two teams match up better against each other.
I believe they actually just changed their name, funnily enough. But nevertheless, this would be pretty interesting as well because yeah, they've got Meave and Thorn, the other team. Honestly, like I've played these guys, absolute shooters, absolute aimers. See if they can if they can actually out aim UBC Black this time. See if they can manage the timings. I don't believe that any of these teams like managed to like watch the others like in previous rounds, so they wouldn't actually know much of their strats and the like. But if they've played with these people before, they're probably aware of like their tendencies, and we'll see if maybe that could play into the match.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if we're gonna get another map other than Sunset. We'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Have the bans begun, by the way? Have the map bans begun? Because it's showing Icebox now. I don't know if that's like set or they're still in the process of doing the map bans.
They might still be out. I mean, I'm not too sure actually. I think Icebox might not be in the map full, but we'll see what happens here. Also, we saw UBC Black there play that Sage versus four big guys playing that Yoru. Do you think that had a bit of a impact on the map, or do you think that was more just like team diff and aim diff kind of thing?
To be honest, there was a lot of aim diff moments, but I will say I would have preferred the Yoru to be more on the info side. Like there were a lot of those moments, especially in like that last round where Yoru ult was not even used, but that could have been huge for info. I know that they were in the defense, but if your back's against the wall, that ult would have been huge just to see, like, just to kind of get a good sense of where UBC Black was in that, like, in those moments in the area. And yeah, like honestly, the two ults that they did have, and like I mentioned going to the final round, that ult points were equalized, but four big guys didn't manage to use those two ults that they had on the ready, and yeah, the rest of the squad just had to try to play off whatever they could. Meanwhile, UBC Black, everyone who still had ults or were about to get ults stayed alive, and then yeah, the Sage res. After that, I believe the plant. So it was pretty much like game over at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think, in my opinion, Sage is more of a win more character, in the sense that if your team is already winning, then you can like pop that res, then you can like use that wall to just be annoying for the other team. And I don't think it actually like helps you get to the like a winning situation in the first place. I think that's why UBC Black was just so dominant, because they could res the aimers on their team that needed a res. But also I think I would have liked to see four big guys utilize that Yoru more, especially against a Vice. Obviously you can trigger that Vice wall and then TP out, cause some distraction. I feel like that Yoru wasn't utilized as well enough as it could have, kind of going on lurks, kind of just causing a general confusion there. And I think that's what might have left them down. I think they tried to play the Yoru more just like a regular duelist, go in with that team when he can do both roles, and I feel like they didn't really utilize that part of his kit.
No, I agree. I believe like a lot of the points in that game, the Yoru was very underutilized. Whether he was immediately killed or just couldn't really make use of all that disruption or confusion. And yeah, no, I would say like the utility dumps were even not as coordinated on both sides as like you'd expect from VCT, obviously, but they're professionals. But there were a lot of gaps that either team honestly could have taken advantage of more. And honestly, the scrappy fights, I think, just at the end of the day, benefited UBC Black more. They do have the Sage after all, so like any chip damage would pretty much just be negated by Sage heal.
Mhm.
And yes, there's also the cloves on both sides, so they could just use the pick me ups anytime they manage to get a takedown. But yeah, for the most part, in general, the comp from four big guys was just much harder to execute. And like you also mentioned, the Sage is really good because it's just such a snowbally agent. Once you're winning, the Sage just has to do Sage things and.
Yeah, exactly. I think like what you're saying about util dumps. I mean, obviously with the recent patch 11.08, we saw like a lot of initiator util their cooldown get heavily increased. So I think that's something that definitely affects teams that are not as coordinated with their util. Like for example, like if you have a Sova just throwing a random dart before sight hit comes in, maybe before the nerfs, that dart might be recharged fully enough for that second sight hit. But I think now with that 50% increase to Sova dart going from 40 seconds to 60 seconds, you can't really throw out util kind of willy-nilly as much as you want to in the past. And I think that leads to this meta, or at least the meta that we're entering, is much more gunplay focused, or at least if not gunplay focused, it makes you have to really think about where you're using your util a lot, and not just using it selfishly or using it haphazardly. But you really got to coordinate with your teammates and use it wisely, which I think um, for big guys there weren't really coordinating a lot of their util together, and I think that's what may have caused them a bit of trouble, especially on that attacking half. It seemed like they were just trusting a lot of their gun duels to work out, and obviously if you're playing against a team that has that same ability to hit heads as you, that's not always gonna work out in your favor.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like you mentioned with the nerfs, four big guys had like pretty much the Yoru, the Fade especially, like those were heavily nerfed. I'd say even Vice was heavily nerfed. As opposed to like UBC Black running the Sage, where she wasn't like her heal wasn't touched, so that stays at like 40 seconds.
Mhm.
And this difference between some agents where their signature abilities are at 40 seconds and the rest, mostly the initiators, I guess, are now at like 60 seconds. That
Yeah.
really changes the cycles within a round, because initially you could go through maybe like 3 or 4 cycles per round with those signature abilities, but because of the nerfs, it becomes like a very, how do you say it, like not only are there lesser cycles to play with, but there's also that discrepancy between agents like in their cooldowns.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
pretty much any 40-second any 40-second signature ability paired with a 60-second, they're gonna have to generally coordinate it with 60-second one. So
Mhm.
obviously they're not gonna be able to optimize that signature ability even if it's on a lower cooldown. So
Yeah.
yeah, I believe that plays heavily into. That should play heavily into the comps. I'd like to think,
Yeah, I
not
mean
just
we're
like
looking.
here, but even in pro. So we'll see
Yeah,
what
we're looking
happens.
at the agent select now for this game between UBC Black and Four Uncles. We're seeing that Sky pick come out from UBC Black, which I think is really good because obviously Sky didn't get touched by the
I
initiator
very
nerfs that
much
came out.
agree.
Yeah, and we're seeing a very interesting comp coming out from Four Uncles. It seems like a very ranked heavy comp with that Jet, with that Reyna, and the Clove. Obviously, we see UBC Black with the more traditional looking bind comp with that Brimstone, but I like the fact that they brought out this Veto. I haven't seen anyone play Veto yet, at least in the games that we've been looking at. So we'll see if that can get any strong value against this comp of Four Uncles.
No, I agree. No, I'm very excited, honestly, because I haven't really gotten to see much of Vito, but I genuinely think that he's pretty OP. Honestly, that not mostly because people don't really know how to play against him yet, but at the same time, that could be a double-edged sword. Not everyone knows how to fully optimize him, like as him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just see how they manage to play around him. I think that
Mhm.
Vito pick's gonna be really key here.
And now we're seeing Four Uncles go for a bit of that B lean. avoiding this veto. So we'll see if veto does get a chance to shine. Maybe not this round, but the next. And let's get right into the action.
It's Seed 2 versus Seed 3. Let's see what's
Mm-hmm.
happening.
Looks like Haichu's going to be getting this early info okay with that early orb pickup in long. That Brimsmoke cuts off Four Uncles from getting any info. They do dog through to see if there's any remaining defenders left in there. A slow scale up from Unk. They do find that contact from OK. Looks like the site hit will be coming in very shortly. A Fade Eye does come in, a raise nade to push them off of that angle. And a jet dash insight. The pick does come in onto Shakal and OK. An interesting push here comes out, and Unk is able to find that kill onto Sky, and that's now a 2v5. So fast for the side of Four Uncles. The flank coming in from Kaihua. We'll see if that gets any value. That deadlock stun does get tripped there. So if Kaihua does decide to jump out, and Sonic Fast does take out Day there, it's a flawless round for Uncles. A great first round for them to set the tone of this game.
Absolutely clean and clinical. Honestly, like I wasn't able to pay attention fully, but it was so good that they managed to avoid the veto this first round. I know that there's very minimal util, but the util nevertheless will help in any execute. So I think that was they not only avoided the veto, they also avoided the Sage. So that's a lot of stall power already, like that they managed to just bypass.
Exactly. We're going in with another hit on towards B, it seems like. The spike does start out. We see a bit of slow retake of long from the side of Four Uncles, but eventually they will creep up. There is no one holding that angle right now. And like we said before, that veto, that sight of it is going to be avoided on this second round. A spot does come out there from Unk onto the Sky. They do know that at least one is on site. They are giving up all of U-Haul and deciding to go fully long. An entry comes out here from this Sonic Fast. Does not get that pick onto Shakal, as with that Sheriff. Unk does trade it back, and Raze gets a pick of his own. They do know that one is caught by that deadlock, and they have no info on this Hookah guy here. OK does take one out, and Day knows where the positioning of another is. OK's taken out, and it's now a 1v3. Kaihua does manage to get that dink, but he is not able to secure that round for his team. And it is a nice, not clean, but you know, it's a win for the side of Four Uncles there on that.
I mean, they managed to save the most expensive guns, at least the Vandal and the Bulldog. So I think that was honestly okay. And if you look at their buys now, it's not even a bonus. They're just going for it. They're gonna try to snowball this as hard as they can.
Yeah, it's looking like a very winnable round, but they are going into the veto site, so we'll see how that affects this round. But like you said, the buys are looking very strong on both sides, so this is really a toss-up to see who wins it. Looks like the Unk and Sonic are defaulting towards Shower to see if they can get any info or any picks.
Should pay attention to this outlaw, to be honest, because like UBC Black have only 2 full shields, the rest are in half. So honestly, this outlaw's huge value for this round. And they probably had the read on that as well, given the previous rounds like buys. So, and there it is. There's the first kill already with the outlaw.
That's a huge pick for the side of Four Big Uncles to get rid of that Sentinel util. And the site is now theirs. They do pick up that Vandal as well on Sonic. And it's going to be a tough retake for the side of UBC Black. They have no info whatsoever. They have no util on that site remaining because the veto was quickly taken. And they're all coming in from one side, no flank as well. So this is going to be a interesting retake from the side of UBC Black. They really need that pick, and they do get that pick onto Unk. It's now a 4v4 even for both sides. And the smokes do come down for Grim. Yep. There is obviously that we see Sonic flanking there towards Shower. Sky able to take out Haichu as well. It's now a 3v2. They are able to take out another, and they take out Sonic too. There's one left. Raze, he only has 1 HP, and he isn't able to secure that round. And a great retake by Shakal there, and UBC Black.
That was an excellent retake on it. Yeah. They didn't lose anybody at all.
Yeah, that was looking like an impossible retake, considering the fact that they were all coming out of, one choke point. They didn't have any util. Obviously, they had some brim smokes and stuff like that. But yeah, I had no faith in that retake whatsoever.
No, but that's really, really huge for them, because I mean, they have to know now that Four Uncles are really, really broke. Like that round they went all in. They saw the Vandals, they saw the outlaw. they know that this round should be a snowball round. It should be a 2-2, as long as they just keep their cool.
And a push here by Day to tuck into the A main corner. We'll see if he can get any value out of it. Obviously, he's going into a judge that we see. He is going to get one onto Angel, but Sonic, with that quick trade with that judge, does pick up that Vandal. It's now a 4v4 and a gun given away to four uncles by UBC Black. We'll see if that decision by Day comes back to bite them later in this round, but a slow scale up by four uncles onto that B side of the map. Fade Dog comes in and clears out Long. There doesn't find anyone, so they know Long is free. We'll see Deadlock getting some info into Hookah. Kaihua does manage to get a little tap, or does take damage a bit.
Just a little bit of posturing and some jump spots at the moment.
Oh, Uncle
but he
jumps out with
jumps
his
in.
flash. Does manage to get Kaihua. And they now have someone pushed up onto A. Look at the rotates coming out from UBC Black. They think that this hit is coming. Now, that TP gives it away now. But for a second, they thought it. And now they have all of sight. No defenders left onto B. What a great kill by Unk to open up that B site. Oh, and Sky managed
Seekers
to
activated. Now they have full info. Trailblazer.
Somehow a 3v2 in favor of UBC Black when all hope was looking lost. They do get
Just
that plant down. Or they tap it. Waiting for a push here. Sky gets another
1v2,
kill.
12 seconds. 1v1 now.
1v1. And Sky with a crazy 4K there to finish out that round. What a
And we're shooting
round.
bodies.
What a round by Sky.
Honestly, deserved. That was a huge anchor play. Honestly, that shouldn't have happened. They pretty much had sight in full, and they had the idea that there would be players still in the area, but the fact that Sky managed to line up those first 2 kills outside of Tube and completely pressure the plant, and now what's it called? Four uncles are genuinely broke. Last round they were just tight on money. They had a few guns and probably a bit of the lack of util, but now they're actually genuinely broke. Trying to see if they can do something with the sheriffs.
We'll see if they can get anything done onto the site that Vito is holding. Looks like they're trying to see if UBC Black is willing to give away a kill. We'll see that Vito got that orb into Showers. There's 3 versus 5 here. Will they be able to get a pick to open up the site here? Seems like that might not be the question if the spray from Day there is successful, and it is. It's now a 4v5, and right now, Four Uncles has basically no control of the site other than a bit of U-Haul. And the 4-man rotate.
They've been very disciplined with the util, at least for this round, because they know that everything is so tight. If anything, only Clove has been smoked so far. You saw just a moment ago, Deadlock still has pretty much full utility, waiting I guess for the Gravnet to come back, but he managed to get that kill on Day. Barrier Mesh now activated to try to stall this out. Maybe they can go for a quick plant.
Oh, and double 3 kills by Shakal there to secure this round. And
that should be
traded by Ray,
that.
But okay, traded him out. Yeah, it was looking a little scary there once that pick came out on today. But Shakal able to step it up and say, "Hey, we're not winning this, or we're not losing this round here."
I agree.
Yeah, I like that pause by Four Uncles there, just to cause some confusion, not show presence, and make UBC Black, think twice about re-clearing, and obviously that got them the kill on today. But yeah, just a great 3K there from Shakal to make sure that they do not get thriftied. Yeah, another round.
But now this is the perfect opportunity, to be honest, because now it's a full gun round plus ultimate, so they can pretty much equalize the economy situation here. Absolutely perfect opportunity to swing the tide back to their favor, because if they lose this round, it's gonna be really tight, and there's the pick on the Day first. Nightfall activated, a lot of utility here. Smoke to try to stall.
Looks like Sky's gonna be alone on the
full
site.
B take, but there are trades happening. 2 for 2. Annihilation. No one really showing. Okay, manages to blast back out of the way. Paint shells to try and get some chip damage at least. And now that's pretty much all the utility just thrown for everyone, but the Showstopper and the Resurrection are still available, so this retake is very much winnable. A lot of bodies on the side. Showstopper activated, manages to get one, but traded. Now they don't have their Sage Res. It's 1v2. There's a timing here. On Hookah, he doesn't see him. manages to close it out just like that. Wow, that was a very fast paced, and honestly, it did get a little confusing. But Four Uncles come out on top.
Yeah, that flank by Razor was really smart. Just knowing that he has two teammates on site and that they can hold that site if the two of UBC Black decide to retake. So that timing on that flank was really good. Gave them another angle that obviously OK wasn't expecting. Just a solid round overall from Raze.
Yeah, I would say that that plant into wraparound is very underrated. I think that a lot of teams should do that a lot more often. But in
Mm.
any case, that's a lot of volts expended. The Blade Storm has been activated though, because
Yep.
yeah, though they won the round, their econ is still pretty tight. Not that they couldn't buy,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, UBC Black managed to retain their ults. So yeah, they have 3 ults for this round. See what they can do with that.
Yeah,
Most
it
likely
looks
going to
like
be a huge potential for retake, but there's the first blood in the rain already.
Sky is solo holding this site again. 5 players or 4 players actually coming in long. Will they TP? No, they decide to walk in slowly on site. Angel with the bomb looking very precarious. He does have the spike, does not get that kill onto the Brim backside. And Sky does manage to get 2 there, but gets 3 with a 4K raise. Tries to get 1, gets 2, but Kaihua trades him out. And there was an attempt there. It looked okay from 4 uncles, but I mean, the Sky here has been like a sentinel all by herself. I mean, just
That was
holding
an
down these
absolute
sites.
sharp shooter. No, but
Yeah,
to be fair though, he did have the full info with the guiding light, so he was very much ready for that execute.
yeah. I mean, but just like the amount of players that are running towards him at that time. I mean, really great awareness to isolate those angles, make sure to get at least his 1. But you know, he outdid himself and got 4 there, which helped his team secure that round for them. But looking over here, Sky does get that info long, doesn't scan anyone. Day pushing up into this corner once again, does TP out though. That's one of the good things about Vito. You can get into these aggressive angles and just TP out for free. But he is taken out by Raze with that sheriff, so I mean, maybe I spoke too soon. Sonic with this buck, he does look like he wants to dash in with it. Does get ulted out and does get taken out by Shakal. Okay, with another kill onto Raze as he was trying to trade out Sonic. And it's looking like the round is stabilized into a 4v3. Angel looking half HP. Shakal with that little 1-tap onto Haichu. Spike is now down and out in the open. Shakal now sees that. Sage slow onto that. And that's going to be impossible to get. Angel and Unk now just holding to see if they can get a pick. If UBC Black decide to greed here, will they decide to greed? Shakal gets 1. Gets traded out by
Honestly,
Angel.
any damage is good here at this point.
Exactly.
It's winnable though.
Yep, no. He gets taken out by Kaihua there, and a great job by the Brimstone there to just get those necessary kills and hold down that spike that was dropped.
No, absolutely. Like the orbital
Haichu
strike and the incendiary to both disrupt and to stall, and then after that, clean it up with a few of the clean headshots.
Yeah, look at the money on both sides here. I mean, UC Black still has that economy flowing from those couple of round wins they had in the beginning of the match. And it is looking like 4 uncs will be able to buy into this round, but seems like if they do lose this round, you know, economy is down in the dumps again. So this needs to be a round they win here. Looks like a lot of presence from 4 uncs showing early in towards Hookah. They break that Sage wall as early as possible to push Sage off that angle, and it looks like a really fast
Guiding light,
retake here
blinds
by
3.
UBC
Doesn't
Black.
manage to get a single one. That's so unfortunate.
Okay,
But this should be
I mean,
huge though, because they managed to avoid the operator, but they still don't know that an operator is on the Vito. They're about to find out. Nightfall's been activated. They now know Vito doesn't get a kill. There goes Sonic with the 2K. That should be free now.
Big kills there to open up that site, and now it's all left up to OK. OK does have all of his utility, but blocked off by Deadlock. Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything here. Ray, Sonic, and Haichu just holding the site down so carefully, making sure that none of them make a mistake here. Surely they know now that OK is waiting for this wall here. Is taken out by Haichu, though, and a great post plant setup there from the side of 4 uncles, just making sure that they don't slip up, don't make any mistakes. And yeah, solid. Looks like a timeout will be taken on the side of UBC Black. I think it's a pretty smart timeout. just because
No,
it
I
looks
agree.
like
Yeah, and then because
uncles
now
are.
they're the ones in the economy problem, to be honest. And not that they can still buy, but and they still have the ults. Don't get me wrong, but this is a precarious situation, I'd say, because now the snowball is coming in for uncles.
Yeah, it's I mean, like a lot of other competitive games, Valorant is definitely momentum based, and it seems like UBC Black wants to pinch it in the bud before it gets too out of control. Now, what would you be talking about if you're UBC Black here? Obviously, like you're still up around, you're doing pretty solid, especially Sky and Day. But what are you saying to your fellow teammates? If the game is kind of trying to snowball out of control.
I mean, I will say though, Day has been getting caught out really horribly in these like last few rounds, and even this round when he had the op, didn't get much value because didn't go A, and when they did try to retake, immediately got taken down by the Jet. So honestly, I would say like the early info is good, especially with Sky. The guiding light didn't find anyone initially, but then I think honestly that's what four uncles are doing well. They're taking advantage of the fact that they hear that guiding light activate, and because they didn't find anyone, they're able to
Hmm.
take advantage of that like window. If anything, now they just really have like UBC Black. They're just gonna have to try to see if they can use those like early utility for better info than they are like at the moment. But here we go with like a really fast take. A lot of utility being thrown there, but the the veto trap does activate. Manages to manages to find an angle there in showers. Traded 1 for 1 though. Pick me up.
4v4 for both sides. Angel is able to take out that guy in Kaihua and Showers is pushing for some more. Gets that pick onto OK2. It's now a 4v2 in favor of four uncles, and the retake now is looking a little scary for the side of UBC Black. I mean, they need to get a pick now to. Okay, never mind. Angel just wants to get an ace. Oh, doesn't get that ace, but Unk does
Traded
clean up that round.
immediately.
Yeah, I mean, hello, Angel. Like, you just randomly decide to turn up? Okay. I mean, I respect it. Yeah, some great one taps here from Angel to basically make sure that UBC Black, whatever they were talking about during that timeout, was all wasted. I mean, there was nothing that UBC Black could do there as they just kept swinging into Angel and getting tapped one by one. Really nice job by Angel there.
No, I agree. Like honestly, these ults these ults just sitting on them are being absolutely wasted because now they have such an awkward buy. They're just stuck with sheriffs, and they still
Yeah.
have 3 ults, which they will have to force in the final round. I would have preferred that they try to force the ults at least like that round where they actually had guns, so then it would be a genuinely advantageous situation for them. And now they're stuck with this sheriff buy with their ults. But we'll see. Maybe they can find something with the sheriffs. We've seen the sheriffs like go really crazy these like last 2 games.
Four Unks pushing up onto that long angle, using both dogs to clear out any stragglers that are sitting next to it. Obviously, they have the better buy here and want to make sure that UBC Black isn't holding any one and dones, giving away those guns to them that could give them a chance in this round. But it does seem like they want to stay on the side. Kaihua has somehow gotten into the TP. I guess they TP'd, but like no one's watching it. Angel throws out a thing for him, but does
Shorty
get one.
misses.
Does get one with that sheriff, and that is
He has to be very
huge
happy
potential.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he got one there even is crazy. Obviously, four unks, not too rattled by that. They still have their 4 guns, and obviously, if someone decides to go get that gun, they'll know that someone's in the TP. Still seems like they want to go with this B-side hit there, but just patiently waiting to see if
30
four
seconds left.
uncles do anything interesting. Sky
They get a
is
lot of
hiding
posturing.
behind that little box. Yeah, it seems like they just want to walk in on sight. Deadlock.
Here comes the
Steve
execute.
and
Annihilation
AI comes in.
activated. Man, just did he actually manage to get someone?
No,
Absolutely not.
Angel
Just
already took
barely
out that
missed.
Sky. Yeah. And it's looking like a 4v3 advantage post-plant situation for the side of four uncles. Angel just pushing up. Gets one on Shakal. It's now a 4v2. They just still don't have any guns. They're still using only sheriffs. Sonic and Taichu holding this a weird updraft. Okay, does manage to get one, but Angel quickly trades it back, and now it's looking like a bit of a save or even a retreat for the side of Day. Day obviously has this judge, and maybe he wants to save it out. Seems like he wants to go re-aggress for potentially a gun.
To be honest,
Waiting
he
for
could have
the
just gone to
pusher.
the teleporter. They know that there was a gun stuck there. That would have been
Yeah.
like the play, you know?
I mean, he's probably looking for some exit kills here. Oh, looks like he wants to maybe
Okay,
go
he's
for
gonna
a
see a
gun.
gun.
Oh, no, he just wants to die to bomb, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Interesting
there it
play
is.
here. I feel like this judge could have still been used this next round coming up, but
I agree.
I mean, maybe he has the money for it, so he'd rather just die and give up the kill than save that judge.
Well, we'll see though, because now they have 4 ults again, and OK's one from the showstopper. They're actually bringing out the operator again, but this time they're putting in on an OK. So we'll see if that makes a difference.
Yeah,
But
I mean it's
there's also an offensive off from Sonic. So like, well, we're going back to CS, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's like 5 ults almost online here, so we'll see if all of them get used, or if Sonic can maybe take out OK here with this op. They're
Here
both
comes the
looking down the
operator's
same
op.
angle. Who's gonna win? OK wins that and gets his showstopper online. Will he pop it immediately? Does miss his nade though, however, but he is going to be able to stop this plant if they do tap. If he doesn't, orbital strike comes in to delay that plant. Does pop
Showstopper?
that raise. Will he be able to use it? And he does kill
Absolutely.
Angel's ult here. Haichu stuck in a weird situation, gets killed by Kaihua. Unk trades out OK there. A res comes in from Kaihua. And a good kill by Kaihua, using that res there to bait Unk into fighting that angle while Day came from the side there. Really great use of all their ults there.
But this is absolutely crazy. Each of these teams going blow for blow. It's 6-6. This is probably the closest like we've seen any team so far.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no team right now that, like, in my mind is the clear better team. It's just a, like you said, back and forth battle, battle to the death here. So we'll see if UBC Black's attack side is any better, or we'll see if for Uncle's defense side is. I mean, it looks like they're going for a 4-man push here, which is a little risky, but I mean, I like the proactiveness. They do have a pretty aggressive comp with that Reyna, and the Jet with the Clove, so we'll see if OK and his friends can counteract this very aggressive push here. They are holding for it, expecting maybe a bit of pressure. Aren't able to get, they only get some damage. Do they expect Shakal on the other side? No, they do not, but Unk and Sonic and Unk again. They do get 3 kills. It's now a 4v2 in favor of 4 Uncles, and I mean, Sky and Day are just left to pick up the pieces here. Obviously, a lot of the members of 4 Uncles are very, very low. We see Sonic with nearly 1 HP, and Raze, I mean, he's going on half HP, so it is still a winnable round for UBC Black, but they need to come up with something crazy here if they do want to win this round. Seems like they're walking over very silently towards that shower side of A, clearing, seeing if they can find any stragglers, perhaps greeting a little too hard, but I mean, 4 Uncles here, they're just playing this so wisely. Staying back, getting ready to hold for contact, and we will see them push into showers. Side that is.
I really like though that they just left Deadlock to solo anchor B, and like even Deadlock right now is just Haichu is absolutely playing it very passive. So they're not risking anything, just playing for info.
I mean, Sonic now
I think they have the info now.
Yep, a flash comes in from the side of Sky. Does
Hunt activated. They see both. Managed to shoot
Sky
into the
does
wall.
gets 2, gets 3.
It's a 1v1.
Sky able to get. Goes for the plant here. Will he be able to get this in? Unk is obviously full HP, and Sky has no util to help him. Does get a random swing, and no, Unk is able to secure that round. That was a very, very good attempt on the side of UBC Black there. Yeah, what a great play there from the side of UBC
Look at the banter and all chat. To be fair, it was a 4K.
Yeah, I mean, Unk also did very well there to get 4 kills. Obviously, you got them the 2 kills early on that A main push there. So he has some rights to shoot some bodies and do some debagging. But yeah, what a great round there. Or from both sides, really. That round looked near unwinnable for the side of UBC Black, but they gave us a show there from the Sky. I mean, the Sky this game has been kind of dominating in terms of aim.
No, not just the aim. Honestly, the utility with the early info from the guiding light. Considering like all the like we mentioned at the very start, all the Enis have been nerfed, but Sky has been untouched. So it works very well for their cycles. Hunt actually manages to see everyone, so they have full info of the 4 players.
Raze with that Guardian does not manage to get any damage onto UBC Black, but UBC Black just spamming away with the guns. They do have some Sheriff bias too, so we'll see if those get any value later into the round. Unk on this very, very aggressive angle. He does need to get a kill if he wants to make a quick getaway. Sonic Fast also pushed up long here, along with his Deadlock friend Haichu. OK does manage to get the kill with that Sheriff. And like I was saying before, Unk in this really aggressive spot, he had to get a kill to get out, but is not able to. Angel does get a kill with the Spectre along with Raze on that Guardian. now a 2v4 or 3v4 in favor of Unks. And OK gets 2 with the Sheriff. He has a 3k right now with only Sheriffs. Does TP, but he doesn't know he's TPing into the site where 2 enemy players are, just drops out and isn't managing to get anything at all. A great attempt by OK to kind of salvage the round on a pistol buy, but 4 Unks just able to secure that round.
I'd like to think that was just the adrenaline pumping through. Okay, he probably figured, oh, I killed 2. There's bound to be at least one more person here. I should just like TP, try to maybe after all those kills, someone already rotated or everyone rotated. But no, they managed to just 4 Uncles just managed to stay disciplined and hold their positions, and just like that, they're rewarded.
I mean, yeah, in any of my ranked games, those guys are definitely rotating to A, but these guys are obviously better than the people in my ranked game, so they're gonna stay on B. But getting right back into the action, it seems like UBC Black pushing up for this early info, potentially towards Hookah, but there is a double hold by Haichu and Sonic here with that Guardian Inspector. Will OK note that there's another person here?
Paint shots to isolate.
They do not. Oh, they do.
The grab that also does for the counter.
A TP comes in here from
they're crunching mid, but it's
gets shut down
working.
by Sky.
Yeah.
And a really fast rotate call here comes out from UBC Black. Does Kaihua know that Angel's here? Does, but isn't able to take out and gives away that gun to Angel. Angel is left in a 4v1, isn't able to. I mean, that timing there, if he was 1 second earlier there, he might have been able to get that kill and heal, but he was just a second too late. Great attempt by Angel and a really good round by UBC Black, just speeding up on that A retake or A.
I agree. Now, unfortunate they couldn't do more damage since like that was bonus, but nevertheless, like now we're actually gonna get into the action with like all the guns. Ultimates are coming online pretty soon. Maybe this round if someone gets a multi-kill, or next round for sure. But we'll see. Like honestly, best case scenario right now with the way like these teams are playing with the posturing, the jump spots, or like they should really just like look for the orbs, or at least like defend the orbs.
Yeah. I mean, so far these teams are really respecting each other. They're not doing anything absurd yet. It looks like some info being taken over. Yeah, and Kaihua does manage to get that kill onto Raze, potentially opening up the A site. Obviously, Uncles do still have 2 on there, so they're not going to straight rotate yet. And with UBC Black causing some noise over to B, they're not going to fast rotate yet. Sonic with this interesting push here. Is he able to get one onto OK? Does manage to get one onto OK.
That's huge info already, though. At least they know that at the very least there's presence there, but there's not heavy presence enough.
Bigger question, is Day going to be able to find anything off of this interesting lurk? Does go for that silent drop, doesn't get anyone, shoots and gets stunned, and a double swing by 4 Uncles is enough to take him out of the game. A 3v4.
That was a really smart utility deployed on the Sonic sensor, because that was only deployed after the paint shells.
Yeah, I mean, and now UBC Shakal does manage to get one out, but we'll see if the 2 players here. Oh, Kaihua does get that pick on top.
There's only one comes in. Oh my gosh, that's 3v1 on A.
Haichu is still over on the other side. They do decide to double TP. Everyone TPs, and the name of this round right now is Haichu. Sonic does manage to get a kill, and a whiff coming in for Haichu. Does manage to get.
Doesn't matter. Grab nets
and is able to get that second kill. That was looking a little scary. Haichu kind of
that was dicey for both teams, honestly. Yeah. That could have been anyone's round with the whiffs, with the timings. That was absolutely scary for either team, for both teams.
Yeah, good kill by Sonic there to get one of the players that were TPing. And also Haichu there played their role so well. You know, just playing calm on site, getting as many kills as he can. Obviously, that was a little scary.
The anchor of B, and they also managed to get the res out of the Sage. So now for certain, like there's also advantage.
Angel with this Bucky on this interesting angle, pushed up in A. Will he be able to find anything off of it? I don't know, but we'll see later in the round, I guess. UBC Black pushing up quickly onto Belong, is able to find the kill onto Haichu, and that's the defender of B that we were just praising a few seconds ago.
That's their Senti gun.
Sonic whiffing with those knives does have that Vandal still available, and now it's up to him to hold the site down if UBC Black decide to speed this hit up, and it looks like they might be doing
activated.
So.
Doesn't see anything.
Call. They do know now that there is at least 2 long because of that Brim and Sky. Some shots coming in from Kaihua on top of his little wall here. Misses the slow orb,
Misses the slow orb,
And the
unfortunately.
spike
Yeah, that's
does
an
get
awkward
TP'd.
angle.
Spike does get TP'd onto A. And UBC Black have the entirety of A to play with.
There's a
They
timing.
have and Angel's Bucky managed to get a kill. It does have the sheriff though. We'll see if he's able to get any more. Does get a second. Angel here. Will he get a third?
This is some fancy movement.
Bucky. Will he able to get that ace? Nope. Angel. Okay, Shakal. Not enough though. Raze does manage to clean up Shakal there. I mean, Angel.
And we're shooting bodies again. No, honestly, deserved. That was some fancy feat, honestly.
Yeah, the Bucky there getting value and the sheriff kill and then the Bucky kill again. I mean, Angel just locked down that site. Just tucking into A main because UBC Black TP'd and didn't have time to clear out A main. What a great defensive round from him. And it looks like another timeout taken by UBC Black. We saw them take the only other timeout of this game earlier last half. It's looking a bit worse for wear compared to the last time that UBC Black took their timeout. I mean, what do you think is going on right now? Like, they haven't won a round in a while. Is there anything that they can do?
I don't know. Wait, what does the econ situation look like right now? I know that they were on saves earlier. They were on sheriffs mostly. Yeah, so now it's gonna be another gun round, and they did manage to get they did manage to get the Clove ult for that matter. But yeah, you can see that they're stacking up their ults now. Honestly, like best case scenario here is since they're mostly just like defaulting and posturing at the very beginning, what they can do is really just stack up those ults since two of them are very, very close. They have the Showstopper and the Orbital Strike ready as well. So once they get the other two ults online or very close to online, they can just explode. And I think they should be able to like grab a round here, like wherever they decide to fight.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if that Brimble will be used onto the A site, potentially to clear out U-Hull. It seems like they will be leaning towards the A side of the map.
No, they're defaulting. You can see they're defaulting as usual. But the showers control is very important because as we've seen, like there's been always a lot of 1v1s that go on there, and they sort of decide a bit of the round because that's a lot of space. Also on long, you'll notice that there's always a fight going on there. Trailblazer sees the jet. Sonic activates.
Yeah, just both teams taking their time, being oh so patient here. Sonic does decide to take the initiative and push down with Haichu. Will he catch OK out with his
timing?
Sky trades him out. Now they're aware of Haichu. Haichu is so very low.
Pain shells isolate.
Sky manages to
for nothing.
Another. This B side is now completely open, but look at what UBC Black is doing. They are not rotating over to B, while Four Uncles is hurriedly trying to secure site. Soon they're gonna figure out, oh wait, this site is completely fine and A is the one being hit. Now, UBC Black has a free, completely open site with no ults being used. Raze looks like he wants to pop his fatal. Interesting push. Raze does get that
it's very much winnable.
Hey, 3 ults on the side of UBC Black. We'll see if those get...
Seekers activated as well for the counter and the Prowlers. But they still have the Brim and the Showstopper. This is a lot of stall utility and ults. They are activated.
Very low
as well.
That DK.
1 for 1. Pick me up. Shorty can not find value, and UBC Black manages to take that retake very well. Honestly. Oh, sorry, not the retake. The defend the retake very well.
I mean, they had to pop the Sky Seekers, but I'm surprised that they didn't pop either the Brim ult or that Raze ult there. Just very smart in conserving those ults for further rounds. And obviously, what a great hold from Sky and OK there on that B-long push by Four Uncles to open up that site, make Four Uncles think that B site was the site that was being hit, but they obviously transitioned very quickly over to an 8 hit. And we'll see that exact same setup play out by Sky and OK onto long, clearing long. They don't see anyone, so they do have all the space for free. That Showers fight potentially brewing on the horizon here, and Day will be Angels pushed up in this interesting angle again with 1v1
as well.
Yeah, the Showers 1v1 might happen in an instant. Unk does decide to back off, yep. And again, just a really good default from UBC Black. It seems like they still want to lean B though, as we see Kaihua slowly making his way over to Hookah along with Day. And the Raze ult very early by OK, clearing out the entire site. Doesn't see
But this
anyone,
is
so that
good.
Razor will be used it unless he throws it over here and
And
kills
the
Sonic!
blind ult manages to kill
Kills
someone.
Sonic. What an ult by OK there. And
That's
Haichu's
so
already
much
getting spammed
value.
that he's already so low. I mean, it's 4v5, but it feels already lost here.
Prowler's stuck on the wall.
Yeah, Sage Wall is getting broken here. And I mean,
Slorb
four
is
uncles
really
have
good
to
for the stall, though.
retake from one or maybe two angles because of
Boom, bottom,
CT
huh?
and elbow. But Molly comes down
Incendiary
to
forces
stall
out
out.
the Leer. Auto getting value here with the half shields. Oh, but
Haichu does not
this
get
is a
that pick.
fix. This is a retake on against 5 members on V's side, man. And they still have the orbital strike. This has to be wrapped, surely. Now it's just a cleanup game.
Oh my goodness.
With classic too.
I mean,
Just for
okay.
style.
What are you doing, my man? He gets that blind ult and then gets 2 to clean up there. I mean, UBC Black is back in this game. I was hesitant to think that this could happen, but I mean, that round was a dominant performance by UBC Black. Especially OK there.
No, but they probably discussed this during their timeouts. Like that result had so much value from forcing people out of sight just to clear it, and then he manages to get the blind kill on Sonic. So full value, more than he probably would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Sonic there, I mean, I'm getting a little annoyed, especially
Okay,
since
there's a change of
that
strategy
great
now.
DCU.
They're finally smoking off the showers. They don't want to risk any 1v1s. No early info, early info denied for both teams, I guess you could say.
Yeah, an interesting double hold by or uncles to make sure that no showers aggression or all showers aggression is stopped. A deadlock
Cruz
wall
is about
finally
fade,
being
though.
used on Belong to stop that immediate info gain by UBCEA. He does nade the bottom of Hookah, so maybe he saw Haichu down there, but it doesn't seem like they want to aggress that angle yet. Day here with that outlaw, seeing if he can spot anyone willing to challenge him. Oh, he just missed that angle there. Is making a lot of noise. And
There's a
Raze
lot of
tries to find a
posturing.
fight, doesn't get any damage done. And it looks like they're
Sonic managed
transitioning
to get-
away from B or away from A. Sonic does get that kill, like you said, on
Yeah, right outside of Hookah.
right outside of Hookah. But it looks like they still want to go this site, even with no info and 35 seconds on the clock. Clock is ticking down. Day pops his veto out here. He's going to be immune to util for this entire round. He could just go in and clear that site.
Annihilation activated the counter, but the veto.
Sonic does still trade him. Oh, the
Hit
Annihilation
Sky
gets someone
instead
else.
because it went through the veto.
Exactly. Sonic does get Sky now, and they can spam it through using
1v4.
that Fade Eye.
Might just
I
be
mean,
a save
OK
angle, to
can't
be
really do
honest.
anything
2
here.
HP! Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
OK asked to
Honestly,
do
he was
the
just gonna TP,
impossible
but there it
there.
is. Yeah.
And it's now 9-11 in favor of Four Uncles. That last round before this one, it seemed like UBC Black got their mojo back. And after that one, I don't know. I mean, they went to B after having no information at all. And with low time, I mean, they were forced to make these risky plays that obviously didn't let them win that round.
I'd like to think they're positive about it, and it was a tactical int, because it resets the loss bonus and all that stuff. Hey, it's still 11. It's 9-11. It's not 9-12. So, and they still have the orbital strike to work with. So, and
Let's see.
speaking of the devil, just to clear
Yeah.
up the U-Haul.
They use that
Not
orbital
activated
strike to
for the
clear out
info.
U-Haul. And
A
then
lot of smokes all around A site though. Boombot, Blast Pack, Trailblazer, Sage Wall. Absolutely everything is being thrown on both sides. Kaihua gets the first blood. And they're finally getting the plan.
Iowa gets a second
two.
pick too. Day with that critical pick onto Raze. It's now
Tailwind has been
5v2.
activated. Sonic has to make a move now. He's just,
Just
gonna
as
waste his
fast as
Tailwind.
Uncles.
No one's peeking. But that Sage Wall is such a problem. It's not gonna fade until like the last 10-15 seconds. At that point, it's gonna be so hard to just even find anyone. Just look at the positioning on Day. He's very far back there in showers. Doesn't want to give an easy pick at all. Now the ruse just to block off. Manages to get a free kill and OK. But then again, he has to judge. Might as well try for something. That's a one round already anyway.
And it's looking like a save for the side of Four Uncles. A very smart decision considering their economy right now. and the fact that they, only have to win 2 more rounds, and as soon as they win that first round, they can snowball that economy into that second round. But
But
some
there it
hope.
is. That's the tactical int for the loss bonus reset. now, for uncles are forced on this like sort of half shield, half buyish. They do have the blade storm ready, so at the very least, their econ should be like fine for the round. But it's still very very tight compared to UBC Black, where they have like 2 rounds to spare essentially. Plus their ults are coming up.
We'll see another default coming out from UBC Black. It looks like they just want to get that early info to find out what side they can. Slow from Kaihua.
Showers aggression on both sides.
Kaihua manages to get one there, trading out Day after he got picked from Angel. It's now a 3v2 in favor of UBC Black. A res will be coming out from Kaihua. Resing Day here. It's going to be a 5v3, and then at that point it gets a little scary.
And there it is.
Haichu holding a site by himself. Obviously, he is a Sentinel, but what good is Sentinel you still gonna do when you have 5 people looking to hit your site? But it looks like they will be going towards the B site, which Four Uncles does have 2 players on, one on each extremity of B. We'll see if Raze can pick up any damage or any kills from this interesting off angle. Does he get anything? He does not get any damage. He's forced to back up from that angle. Sonic is pushed up still in hookah. Could he get a pick onto the stragglers in sight? He does manage to get okay. Raze with the Sonic with another one. Is traded out by Sky there. And Raze is,
now.
Yeah, Raze is forced to back off the angle and group up with Haichu. 4v3 here. This would be huge for either team to win this round.
Secure round. They need full info, but
Raze with this
goes down to that timing on the Seekers. Holy crud. Managed to connect the grav net, but it doesn't even matter. They actually managed to close out the round just like that.
Yeah, what a great round for UBC Black to win there. Obviously, I mean, they should have won that round. If they didn't win that round, that'd be concerning, considering the fact that, Kaihua got the, we got 2 in shower and then he got the res. They can get a 5v3. So it's a little
now
closer.
The momentum, just look at it. Earlier I said like 2 rounds guaranteed, but now this is pretty much the rest of the game guaranteed no matter how many rounds they lose. And in the meanwhile, Four Uncles are just stuck on this insanely suffocating buy, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely playing for a strong buy into that next round.
Playing for the tie.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. This round is going to be so critical for either team.
Steam Beacon implies that they want to go fast on this. Trailblazer already activated. The Sheriff is seen. Haunt for the info.
They now know that Raze is somewhere towards hookah. Day is tasked here with fighting 2 members here. Will he get one? He does get one. Must be aware that Raze is somewhere near him. Does get the sneaking suspicion, but doesn't decide to push it just yet.
Showstopper already activated. They really want this round.
Will OK be able to find it? Oh, no, he doesn't, but does get that kill onto Angel still. And Day finds Raze in hookah there. It's now a free and open site, a 5v2.
Just like that, the Four Uncles are stuck in this very, very awkward situation, but they know that it's really hard. 2 sheriffs against everything. That a 5-man retake again for B, that is close to impossible at this point.
I mean, yeah, what like we were saying before, like it seemed like Four Uncles wanted to save this round anyways to try to get guns for the next round, like trying to play for that overtime. But it still would have been nice for them to, try to get some kills and hopefully pull out a round. But yeah, it looks like we are either playing for a win for UBC Black or an overtime forced by Four Uncles. So we'll see what happens here at TP. An early save comes out for the side of UBC Black, and both Haichu and Sonic do die to the bomb there very smartly, trying to get that extra money that you get when you die.
Oh, but they do have defensive op again now for for Uncles, so they're really going all out on this. I will say though, I am a bit surprised, like given their buys last round and the situation they knew they were in. I don't know why they didn't just leave Haichu on the solo anchor, like he's been doing so well like earlier in the first few rounds. Yeah,
I mean we'll see. Again, they paired him with 2 other teammates there. We'll see if he gets any value out of his deadlock detail, but a fast take seems like coming over to the side of A Showers.
I think they're just conditioning them, to be honest, actually.
I mean, it looks like they're walking into the showers, taking this early space.
Still taking it systematically, though. Trailblazer is only activated now, but they have the info that Clove is in the area.
Yeah, it seems like UBC Black now slowing the round down, seeing if they can get any more information that Four Uncles is willing to give up here. They really want to secure this round and prevent it from getting into overtime.
At this point, I think they're just trying to tickle with Four Uncles, trying to tickle with their minds, playing. I mean, they have the Empress already activated, so yeah, they're just trying to see if they can get anything out, anything to like pressure them. Prowler does come out for the info just to see if there's still any presence there.
I mean,
Smokes are still very disciplined though. They haven't activated anything.
Look at the tone of this round. No one's moving an inch. I mean, now we finally see Raze coming over to this other side, which is maybe what UBC Black wanted to happen to get another rotator. Day is so far pushed up on this angle. Unk manages to get the kill onto Sky, revealing the spike location. Molly comes off to cut off the back sight. Angel with the self-smoke to see if he can find a cheeky little angle. Sonic with the op kill, 4v3 in the favor of Uncles, and Angel gets picked but pops his
not dead yet.
Again.
Plant goes down finally though, but it's a 1v4.
And we are now going into overtime.
That is an absolutely crazy explosion in those, like, what, 10 seconds? That was, wow. I have to admit, that was very, very confusing with all the smokes that went down, but at the end of the day, they got the kills they needed, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, that kill onto that Sky of UBC Black opened up the floodgates for Four Uncles to start throwing all their util, swinging out of smokes. And that was really critical, I think, for them to see where exactly the spike is and where these guys want to hit. Which I was a little worried about when I saw Raze first rotating towards B after he didn't find anyone with that Prowler and Shower. But I'm glad that they were able to figure out what was going on and get that kill to extend it to an overtime.
I will say though, I think that UBC Black had a really good chance there because the Sage Wall went onto U-Hall instead, so it kind of disoriented Four Uncles. But at the end of the day, they just like picked up on the change in position and immediately, yeah, they just immediately managed to kill them and defuse. Here we are in overtime.
Yeah, it looks like a slow B lean for the side of Four Uncles. Defending side is obviously UBC Black,
here?
but is the Sky gonna flash before this? Kaihua is playing contact. Will Sky do a pop flash? He does get a pop flash. Does manage to get Unk there.
That's unfortunate. Reyes didn't manage to play that anti-flash angle perfectly and ended up costing them one man.
Yep. Kaihua and the Sky back on the same angle again. Will they be able to find any more value? When Kaihua does the slow orb, he is going to give up his positioning, but they are not able to swing on him, obviously, because of that Sage Orb. And I mean, UBC Black have all the control in the world that they want. They even smoke off long here, so they have to swing through a smoke. It seems like Four Uncles do want to hit this B side, so Day finally does rotate. 30 seconds left. And this is going to be an interesting hit here. Walk through the smoke one by one. Sonic is tasked with doing everything he can, but he isn't able to. And UBC Black looking dominant on that defensive round in this overtime.
Match point. That was a very ballsy suicidal like push to the smoke, to be honest, without any like flash or utility, just to zone out some of the angles.
Yeah, I
mean, and they were ready for it as well, so unfortunate, I guess.
That was the first time I've seen Four Uncles look completely lost this entire game, really. It felt like there was really no game plan. It was kind of just go long and hope we can get a kill. So I'm a little surprised to see that, but getting right back into the action. UBC Black wants to take control of the showers very early, but so does Four Uncles.
Boombot as well.
Will there be a fight that breaks out here? Sage Slow obviously kind of trips up the side of Four Uncles here, but it seems like UBC Black decide to relinquish control of showers.
There's a glass cannon on B long though. Could he find the timing here?
Yeah, will Sonic be able to get one? I think he will.
There it
is. Get that pick on.
And there's the value.
That was very huge for the side of Four Uncles. We still see the 4-man push into the hookah, so it seems like they do want to still go onto that B side. They do not know where this op is though. Will this op be able to find more value? Currently looking down long right now. Does not get a kill.
Op is completely isolated now. He has to find one more at least.
Does get one.
Find two. He finds 3 of them already. Just like that, that is all the value that they needed.
Oh my goodness, that was exactly what Four Uncles needed. Will Shakal be able to find multiple here? Does not. Kaihua here is left
1v3.
to fight a 1v3.
Isolated though with the wall, so it's I was
Not
gonna say
able to
winnable,
find
but
anything.
that's a bit too overwhelming already.
And Sonic there
Now,
with that
absolutely good play with the op and the shorty. What an anchor, honestly. That was an excellent anchor. You couldn't have asked for more at that point.
Yeah, getting that kill on today and then quickly repositioning and just being in like weird spots that the attack would not expect you to be. That was great by Sonic. I mean, the fact that he even got one and then got like another one after onto that raise with that shorty. I mean, he essentially won his team that round. So great play by Sonic here. Looks like Four Uncles on the side of attack will be leaning towards A this time after an unsuccessful
Wall
B
blocks at the
hit
Prowler
last time.
again.
Yep, Sage Wall early into
There's some
Hookah.
showers. This showers angle is always key. Every round there's at least one person on each side trying to fight for it, or like trying to just see what they can get. And there it is. Okay, gets the op value already.
And now a flood in from the side of Four Uncles onto site there. One man down right now. Haichu does go for that plant, but okay, with that shorty, will he be able to find any value? We'll see. Sonic Fast still thinks that he's in shower. 5v4 retake in favor of UBC Black, but we'll see if they can get to that bomb on time.
Yeah, they were just waiting for their timings.
Great kill by OK and a kill by Shakal and a kill by Kaihua.
Now he has to go big here.
Does
Gets
get
two, but it's just not enough.
Yeah,
they were all coming from every angle. That was just gonna be impossible.
Great round by UBC Black, especially by OK getting that pick with that op and repositioning. You found more value later.
These glass cannons in this overtime are just blow for blow, both sides, honestly.
We'll see
I'm a bit surprised though that they're falling in these very common angles. Like they have to think at this point now, like at least very much now, that either showers or B long bound to have an op. Not sure, like it could be both sides, could be one side, probably more on the defenders, but they're bound to realize that these two extremities are very common with the op, and they're probably gonna try to use some sort of utility, maybe like a sky guiding light, at least to see if there's someone there, or to push them off that angle, and maybe they can play for an orb. Same for showers, like honestly.
They have another op on the side of Four Uncles pushing into that A-Main angle very aggressively. We'll see if Kaihua makes a mistake and steps into that line of the op. But in the meantime, on the side of B, UBC Black is looking very aggressive. You're taking that B long space. Obviously, we see that two of Four Uncles players are cooped up inside Hookah here. Does Day decide to get a little frisky and challenge it? Doesn't seem like he wants to. Is walking up very, very slowly. Does get seen now. Now the two, yeah. Will he be able to do anything? Swings at a perfect time, but Unk is able to kill him there. It is now a 4v5 in favor of Four Unks. Sonic in this interesting position here. Will Shakal be able to see him? I don't think he'll expect him. Does get that kill into Sonic, but Haichu does get a kill on Kaihua from showers. It's now a 4v3 still in favor of Four Uncles. Bomb is still hovering towards the middle of the map, but does decide to make that transition over towards the B site. OK is slowly walking onto the site. Doesn't know if anyone's still in Hookah here, but needs to take this risk. Will he expect Unk here? Does take out Unk, and it's now a 3v3 with the site, but doesn't know that anyone's backside. Now they do. Shakal is trying to find the pick, but Raze does get another kill. Can Sky win this round for him? Isn't able to.
Oh my gosh, and here comes third overtime. That is insane.
It's an extremely close game, man. I mean, like, so
you have to feel for these players. I know the pressure is mounting on both sides. It's literally blow for blow, up for up.
I mean, this is great. This must be the longest round 3 game right now. I mean, this might be the only round 3 game going on right now. So it's.
I mean, it's seed 2 and seed 3. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised. I'd say this is the match so far.
I mean, this is like a grand finals level match right now. We're seeing.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, a really, really scattered default comes out from the side of Four Uncles. Unk here just holding ever so passively, seeing if Day, will he be able to find Day here? A swing does get that kill onto Day, which opens up that A site. Only Sage is on the site now. But they do decide to transition over to that B side, potentially trying to juke out the side of UBC Black. UBC Black isn't falling for it at this moment.
This is mind games because they think like, oh, Vito's gone, so now we can just a util dump and it should be free. But no, and so because of that, they'd think that maybe there's a rotation. Here
Timing.
comes a timing, maybe for
Oh
two.
my goodness,
Whiffs the
Sky there.
spray, unfortunately, but it's
He
still
gets
a
a little
3v4.
ambitious.
They do have the number. They have more numbers on B at least, but doesn't matter now. It's okay. 1-for-1.
Okay, he does get
1v2.
Down B.
Kaihua is 2 kills, well, two points away from a. I was gonna say res, but now he can't even. Yeah, he just has to kill both. I was gonna say maybe an
he
orb to
just saw his
try to
head.
sneak.
This
They do have the annihilation for post plant. This is really awkward for Kaihua, but he knows it also. Sees misses, but he knows he has the info.
this deadlock stun here is
Fate Brawler does
he
not find
silent
anything.
drop.
He has to find
fade?
someone.
Remaining.
There it is. Annihilation.
My territory, my rules.
Does it hit?
Oh my
It
goodness!
actually trades perfectly. Oh
It
my
does hit
gosh.
Kaihua, and Kaihua is able to get that kill, but will not survive to defuse that spike. What an insanely intense 1v2. I mean, the fact that Kaihua was able to silent drop from Hookah, get the drop onto Razor. I mean, what an round. I mean, okay. So now
Honestly,
we get
that may have been the best that he could have done at that moment.
again another timeout taken on the side of UBC Black. Seems like Four Uncles aren't really worried about this game because they haven't been taking any timeouts. But this is a good timeout by UBC Black to make sure that they have a good game plan going into what could be the last round of this game here.
They have to be discussing the op this time, no? Because they know they know the tendencies. There's B long. You can see a ping going down there even like before the timeout started. There's B long. There's a main, and there's showers. Now we all know that showers and B long are pretty much always contested, no matter what, at least by one person. They just have to pretty much guess where the op is, or at least try to find where the op is and work from that. I think that should be what they're discussing at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Four Uncles, like, I'm just saying we need to get this op set up in a good position like we always do. I really think this op is going to be key to this round. I mean, we'll see if
you can see their pings on the mini
Black,
map as well. Like they're planning something.
We'll see if UBC Black is able to counteract this op properly, which they kind of need to because this could be the last round of this game. Looks like UBC Black potentially on this B side lean here. Deciding to not put anyone shower, potentially thinking that the op might be there, but this op, they're facing directly into this op.
They hear the stim beacon though.
Okay, they do find that. They do find this. The repeat from the Jet coming out here isn't able to find anyone.
Gets the info though.
It's gonna be an interesting
Guiding
fight here. So much util being thrown.
isolate.
Unk is gonna be hit by this. Does get that kill though, and Sonic with the kill. Raze with another kill too. And
it's a 1v4.
Day is left in a 1v4 situation. This is all but lost for Day unless he can pull out a miracle play. The bomb is down. They have full control over. Op is still in play here. Day has no util left other than one TP and an interceptor. A Fate ult comes out.
Yeah, the knife fall from the orb, but doesn't. But at least they know that he's not in that area, right? Surely they know that he's creeping up either from flank. You can see the pings or B long. That's all that there is to it.
I have the spike.
20 gifted.
Okay, they do spot him.
Spike. 45 seconds to play with. Honestly, this is mind games at this point.
Yeah. Now the question is, Day obviously doesn't know that there's no one on the site, but there is no one on the site.
But they have
so
the info
will
now.
he go for the immediate plant here?
30 seconds left.
He does. There's a TP. He needs to take this space right now.
The timing.
The timing here.
He's
now.
getting
he has to
absolutely
take the fight here. Isn't able
and
to.
Haichu closes out.
Haichu closes out this match. 14-16 in favor of Four Uncles. What an amazing game to end on for today's Cascadia Cup stream. I mean, like, what do you even say on top of that? I mean, the gameplay spoke for itself.
The gameplay indeed spoke for itself. Oh my goodness, this was probably the most high pressure match we've had the blessing to witness.
If I had to name an MVP for this game, I feel like there's so many names to name, but I mean, Sky in that first half for the side of UBC Black was completely. I mean, she, like we said before, she looked like a sentinel herself. She was consistently holding down these sites, locking down, getting 4Ks, 3Ks,
I mean,
and just making it a nightmare.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
No, but you have to admit though, Sonic Fast getting all that op value, the glass cannon, those overtimes.
Yeah. What a great way to end out today's stream.
Well, I guess that just means that we should be excited for tomorrow, no?
Yeah, I mean tomorrow. I mean technically the game quality should be getting better tomorrow, but we'll see if that ends up being true.
So we're looking at what was it? Four Uncles and Brunel.
Okay, I think that will do it for today's UBCEA Valorant Cascadia Cup stream. Thank you everyone for coming in and watching. The stream should be up tomorrow at around 12 p.m. We have to think about delays and technical issues, but that should be when the stream. Oh, actually, we are watching
Yeah, I
one
think
more
there's-
game today.
Yeah, I think there's one more. Sorry, yeah. Upper bracket round 5.
Okay then. I mean, yeah, I'll go to.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, no,
Valorant.
surprise for sure, but a welcome one. That's not even a surprise. I'm kidding. But well, now we have seed 1 versus seed 3. It has to be like this. Hopefully, I mean, if last match was like absolutely gut wrenching, well, let's see what happens here. I feel like this is if the last match is telling of like just the level of skill that we should be expecting from these like final 2 teams for the day, then yeah, honestly, I'm just excited.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a different map potentially than Bind or Sunset. We'll see if that ends up happening. Usually during these tournaments, we'll see the same maps being played just because they're comfortable for players. But hopefully we'll get to see, a Haven or an Abyss particularly. I want to see the new map changes.
Yeah, no, honestly, Pearl or Abyss, just because they were the ones that were changed. Those would be interesting.
Yeah.
See what like teams have already come up with so far. Like, what's it been, a week or something? Maybe less than a week for this latest patch. See what people have come up with.
Looks like we'll just be waiting for teams to get set up. We should be started shortly, but in the meantime, we'd like to thank again Metastack for sponsoring Cascadia Cup. Like we saw in the ad before, they help with learning everything CS2 related. So if you do have the time, please check it out.
Absolutely crazy games we're having now.
I mean, that game was, compared to the first one we watched, that was orders better. No offense to the other teams, but
No, of course not. Like
that game was one to
like
remember.
there's gonna be huge discrepancies sometimes. That's just really how the brackets work. To be fair, it's always like higher seed versus lower seed. So until we get to like these latter parts of the tournament, there will be a lot of those moments where one team just completely dominates another. But now that we're reaching like this is pretty much like the finals of the upper bracket. We would be expecting a lot more close games, a lot more like of those like coordination, maybe a bit of strategy, also a lot of the mind games as we noticed, and yeah, it's just gonna come down to who's able to execute better and who can also keep up their mental better.
That previous game we just watched was between the second and third seed, and this one is against, I believe, the first and third seed, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the two games that, the one that we just watched and the one that we're going to watch now, they might be grand finals previews. So I'm interested to see what this game will show us, whether Brynell deserves to be number 1 seed. So it looks like our game will start shortly.
Expecting some more firefights. But I will admit, though, I have to say, like from that previous game, it was pretty obvious with like how both teams were able to coordinate their utility better, and there was just so much of that, so much of the diversions, the conditionings, that we didn't really see much of in the previous games. Previous games, it was all just like straight up hit hard and hope for the best. These times, you would see a lot of those hit and run tactics, like good for one, and then just like you got the kill, you got the info, just fall back, play man advantage. So yeah, I guess we're gonna see a lot more of these systematic rounds, you could say.
I do agree. I think This game will hopefully be even better than the previous one that we just watched. And it looks like the map that we will be playing on, or at least watching, is Haven.
Is that
Obviously,
confirmed? Wow. Okay.
I think it is confirmed. What do you think about Haven? I mean, obviously it has 3 sites, so technically it is more attacker-sided favored. But we'll see. We'll see how the game goes. What are you expecting from this game?
I mean, so yeah, the last time we did see a lot of that like pressure in the extremities at the start of the round, you know, trying to condition, trying to posture, trying to get some info. Now that we have like 3 sites, I will still expect that same sense of just trying to prod in the extremities. But there is that pressure of garage all the time. Like at least with what we've seen with the comps, right? Um, like at least this time, like for Four Uncles, they still have the solid. I'm pretty certain that Haichu is gonna stay in the Senti, so they will have him pretty solidly for like I'd say like a third of the map of Haven to like just solo anchor, and they'll most likely in that case try to go for those early info fight for space tactics. I'd like to
Mhm.
think that's how it should work at least. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It depends on their comps as well, because I actually haven't seen anything from Brunel so far, which is something I should probably check out right before we start. At least so we have some sense of what they've been cooking up lately.
Mhm. I mean, I know that the players on Brynell have showed up at previous tournaments, and they always are, cracked aimers. They have really good util. So, I mean, we saw that in the previous game that Four Uncles also has some really good aimers and some really good util users. So we'll see who comes out on top. I mean, I'm also interested to see what the comps are going to be like. Obviously, we saw Four Uncles play a very ranked-esque comp on Bind with that Reyna, the Jet, and the Clove.
Yep.
I'm not too sure what Brynell is going to bring, whether they're going to go into that kind of ranked kind of style, or if they're going to bring a more, maybe like a double controller with the Viper and the Omen. I'm interested to see what Sentinel they're going to use as well, because usually you bring a Cypher on Haven, or at least you did before the patch. So we'll see, maybe a Vise will be pulled out, maybe, a Killjoy.
I'm actually looking at it right now. Their previous match, like for while we were watching Four Uncles and UBC Black, they actually just played Haven, and yeah, like they won pretty convincingly. They have a double duelist with Waylay and Yoru, and like you mentioned, there is the Cipher that they did pull out for their Sentinel, and just to round off their comp, the Clove as we pretty much expect for every team at this point, and
Yeah.
the Sova. So I'd say it's pretty standard, except for the duelist combination. The way the Yoru is not something very common.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep up with VCT, there's this team called DRX who actually played the Waylay Yoru comp in Champions. Actually, they were probably one of the only ones to use that comp, and what they did was they basically utilized the Waylay as an initiator. So Waylay obviously has a recall and a dash in and a saturate, which is her slowing molly. And so what they would do is Waylay sets up her TP, dashes in, and then throws her saturate at someone she sees, and then recall back. And what that would allow them to do is then the Yoru can TP in and kill the enemy that's hit by the saturate. So I'm interested to see if that's how they're going to play it. I feel like they're probably...
we're already starting with the comp selection.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they're picking the exact same comp that you just described on Haven. On the side of Four Uncles, seems like they're actually going with that Killjoy that I mentioned. Obviously, Cypher was nerfed in the last patch, 11.08.
Yep.
So maybe this game will help us determine what Sentinel is actually better. But both teams have the Sova, obviously, to take out some of that Sentinel utility. So it's really going to be, I think, a battle here between the Sentinels to see who can lock down the extremities better, especially Garage. Obviously, Killjoy can lock it down with just a single alarm bot or a turret, whereas Cypher, you can break the trip pretty easily. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. And we obviously don't have that duelist selected from the Four Uncles. So, oh, there you go.
I will say though, like you did mention that the cipher trips are easy to break, but so is the KG turret. And the problem with KG turret is it's a 60-second cooldown now and it's broken, so they're just gonna have to be careful about that. They're gonna have to put in a good position where it can gather info and also isolate a certain part of the map, but at the same time not be just easily killed because that's just free conditioning for the side of Brunel. But
And
yeah,
a
we'll see.
Waylay mirror matchup. Raised, who was the fade from the previous game, does decide to go with that Waylay. Unk still on that Reina role, whereas the previous Jet, which was Sonic, is now moved to the Initiator role on Sova. Haichu is again on that Sentinel, and Angel is Clove again. So we'll see what the role switch up has to offer here. I mean, we saw that Sonic was doing really well on that Jet in the previous match, but I wonder if Sonic can still offer that same value on that Sova.
Yeah, I agree. We'll just have to see. Like, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We'll see what happens in the first round and probably set the set the tone for the rest of the match.
Looks like it's gonna be maybe a bit of a default from the side of Four
Yeah, they
Uncles,
did leave
or
Spike out there, just out off nest like window, a
but it
lobby.
looks like Brynell does want to aggress very heavily into the mid with the double duelist and the Clove. So we'll see if that gets any value. It looks like the two teams will be clashing pretty heavily into mid. Jimmy with a dart to scan long, doesn't find anyone, but Rico
Did you
with a
find someone in
quick kill
grass? Wow,
on
first blood's already out.
in mid. Yeah, I mean, now Four Uncles with one player down need to make an aggressive move here. Shiga walking down silently on his smoke. He's going to be facing these players very, very shortly if they do decide to push through that or through that close smoke. But a drone looks like it'll come out from Sonic fast. They do see that trip there, gonna ping it out, and they take control of that top window too. Did not get to see anyone there, I don't think. But Shiga is now contending with Angel on that quick jump up into window. Rico with another kill onto Haichu. Rico is going crazy with this ghost. This fight here by Shiga and
Battle of
Angel
right
is going to be
clicks.
so critical. Rico with another kill.
Oh, the
Angel is
timing!
looking well.
Down mid.
And Rico with a
That's
4K with that
unfortunate.
ghost. What a play by Rico there. Just staying so steadfast in mid and holding down that area so that his teammates could basically like have free reign in the other extremities.
I agree, no, but like all the pressure that they're spreading all throughout the map is exactly what just completely disoriented Four Uncles. You saw the timing there in window and in garage. That was just unfortunate, but he had to look away because there was some firefight going on in mid, and yeah, that was just all the pressure that we can see now.
Right back into this action. Jimmy with that same dart to see if anyone's pushing A main. No one is getting any info. Rico takes a fight with the Vandal that he's bought.
Very similar
the second
setup on the
round.
side of Four Uncles.
Yeah, looks like they want to take this B space here. Little do they know that 3 players on Brynell are hovering around this area. Rico is actually 1 HP, does pick up that ghost and gives his Vandal away to his teammates. Very smart. He's going to be acting like a drone in this round. And Shiga with the kill with that Vandal.
Nice
Unk
get
with the
two.
double kill with that Sheriff does get a heal off and is now onto site. Getting this flank
Looking
onto
pretty
Kenny.
dicey.
Kenny is forced to shoot that dart, giving away his location, and Unk just playing for this kill. Does get that third kill. Does get a
It's a
fourth.
4K
Is he gonna
with
get
Sheriff.
the ace with the Sheriff?
But they have guns too. They
Spots
got
out
their
JD.
vandals.
Will he get this ace? I wonder. It's a 1v3 now in the favor of Four Uncles, and they do see that A side is open, so they will go for that plant. Sova bringing that, or Sonic bringing that spike over. They do have no smoke, so they still don't know where JD could be, but they probably suspect that he's coming from CT.
I actually like the effort here. Like this is huge. I mean, anyway, they're gonna have broken buys either way. So trying to go for this, and he knows that they're not really on good shields. Might actually be able to do something here. Sees one, sees two. Spray
Oh.
just goes wide. Paints
mean-
portrait around Reina. Unfortunate, but it was a worthy attempt. Nevertheless.
Possibility was there. Definitely, that definitely hurts the economy of Brynell. Obviously, they bought 2 guns into that round, and they're gonna have to basically play with only Buckies and Sheriffs. I mean, they can still do damage, especially on a bit of a close range area like Garage.
Yeah,
Again,
but
we
the
see
worst part there was the fact that they gave those guns to Four Uncles, so now their econ is just gonna be completely snowballed for the next like maybe 2 rounds.
looking like the
Camera taken out.
push by Four Uncles, take out that Cypher Cam very quickly. A Saturate comes out from Waylay. Raze
Refract as
decides
well.
to just send
Light
it in.
They're
Does
sending it
not
to
get
the
killed.
Lear.
Kenny with that Bucky does get a pick. Kenny holding on site with that Bucky. Shiga does get a kill with that
3v3. 3v1 now.
Sheriff. But Unk manages to clean up with that
Unk is
Bulldog.
going
And
crazy with these kills.
Spike
it's just
planted.
left up to Jimmy now with the classic. I mean, what can he do? He doesn't even have a single gun. No one is looking CT though.
I'll drone out.
Now they spot him.
Any damage is good damage. Unfortunately,
Unk
can't find
Does
anything
kill
more
him
than
with
that.
that Sheriff there. What a great round from Unk. Using that Bulldog, preventing them from getting that Thrifty. I mean, Kenny got that quick kill onto Raze with that Bucky. So I was thinking with all those smokes on site, the Raze could just kind of hop around and play a little bit of a ratty style with that Bucky. But thankfully, Four Uncles are able to clean up that round there and make it a 2-1 in their favor.
No, honestly, like that was a fairly good hold for whatever they had. They literally just had classics, and they managed to get 2 in that completely util dump moment.
Another strong hold on to be here, breaking that turret. Does see Kenny pushing here, does have that recall still, does decide to take it and not risk his life. Rico in a very interesting push-up angle here, will potentially take this swing from Garage, does get spotted out and gets to
That's not to risk
TP
anything
away.
more.
Not scot-free, does take damage, but he does get out with his life. Angel caught out
timing.
with his smokes, does get taken out by the enemy Clove. Shiga, it's now a 4v5, and Clove obviously can smoke when she's dead, but that reduces
Yeah, but they're
the
pretty much
efficacy of her
forced into
smokes.
B and C now at this point.
I mean, it looks like they want to go C anyways, but they still have that Yoru holding. Cypher setup is still on this site.
Light speed in.
Will Raze be able to find
Saturated
anyone
well.
here? JD manages to get that kill with 5 HP remaining. They're holding the back of the site. Does get taken out by Haichi there, and Rico still holding that site.
They
Rico
still
is
know that
alone on
Yoru's
site.
in the yeah.
Gets taken out
Finally
by Haichu,
takes
and
him,
it's now a
but it's a 1-for-1.
2v2, and Reyna ult
They do
is
have a spike
available.
plant
Don't
now.
think they'll use it. Haichu does get that plant
Spike
down.
planted.
Silverdart comes out. They do not shoot it in time. Haichu gets hit.
Saturate.
Is taken out. 1v2 for Haichu.
Player standing.
Haichu takes out
Winnable.
one. No util
He
on the side
knows
of
he
Kenny.
has the info. It's just a matter of timing.
And Kenny is able
Manages.
to clutch. Actually, I guess he didn't clutch because he had
Yeah,
two
it was
players
1v1.
on his
Yeah,
team. But yeah, he's
I
able
was gonna
to
say,
secure that round.
like honestly, Haichu managed to read the moment, but just couldn't win the firefight in the end.
That's now 2-2, tied up on both sides. But look at that economy from Four Uncles. I mean, their economy is flourishing right now. They have enough money to buy anything they want. Meanwhile,
Off that second
Brynell,
round, honestly.
yeah, Brynell has to buy 2 Guardians, one with light shield. So gun advantage is slightly in favor of Four Uncles, but we've seen teams do more with less. So it's still
But
anyone's.
we also have the ults coming up
round
for
here.
both teams, so yeah, that's something to pay attention to. Maybe they
And
can
again,
get
look
some
at this.
kills and orbs for them. We even have
Look
the
at this
Yoru ready
pusher.
already.
Nice start there by Jimmy to take that control of A. They seem to not be going A. Rico with this push up here. No one knows he's here. He
Can you
catches out
see
for
that?
one though.
Oh my goodness.
He was trying to see if he could get any more there, but one is good enough, especially the smoker. Even though it's closed, they can't smoke towards that C side very effectively. JD holding down the site with that Cypher util. And at this
You
point,
have to, yeah,
Four Uncles have no information.
The thing is, like, they've been playing towards C and B all this time, pretty much
Mhm.
every round. You have to think that Brunel are aware of this conditioning already, right? Like of this
Yeah.
tendency.
I mean, Haichu finally finds out where Jimmy is, but it's a little too late as he's taken out. Unk gets that pick onto Shiga on that B site, which
Light
opens
speed
it up
in.
for Unks to get in. They do have the entire site now, but that's Kenny gets the pick on the spike holder. The spike is now in the open with Jimmy flanking from behind
Light
as well.
speed across.
The spike is theirs.
One enemy
Raze does get
remaining.
one. Unk gets another.
It's
Jimmy
1v2.
gets that trade. 1v2.
30 seconds left.
However, Unk has no information on where JD is. Forced to play this a bit risky. He does pick up that spike and is heading to B, but look at JD's positioning right now. It's a free kill.
Oh
Okay,
my
thank God.
goodness!
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well-
it was free, and then it wasn't, and then it was free again.
Yeah, it was a quote-unquote free kill. We'll say that. But yeah, I mean, just like thinking about the game like sense part of it, at least, disregarding the aim, that was a great
Yeah.
play by JD to sneak up into that little B corner and make sure that Unk had no way of planting the bomb there. Great play.
Yeah, but you gotta admit that was more of like a "you're stuck with me" moment than "I'm stuck with you guys" moment. For just a moment. For just a
got me
moment.
sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see, now we have the 4 ults. Like we mentioned last round, after all those kills, now we have 4 ults ready. But there's a KJ lockdown as well. Might be able to do something with that.
Yeah, another C lean from the side of Four Uncles, and I'd like to see them at least break the start A, because right now Kenny's just solo holding all of A. Everyone else can rotate to the other side, but I mean, it still seems like Four Unks are able to get this.
Managed to sneak
Rico
in, yeah.
is 1 HP, gets that kill onto Rico. Scanned by that dart, Sheikah is taking damage, still stays on
Spear
site. Is
activated.
he able to get one here? Does get one, heals off of it. Is gonna be
know
able
he's
to get
trapped.
2. Gets 3
He
there,
got
and
3
pops that
activates,
ult.
not yet.
However, it's a 2v1. If Sheikah isn't able to get that kill, gets that kill, gets that second kill and gets an ace.
Oh my goodness, what a
Sheikah,
play.
what have you done?
And that was a friendly conversion path as well, no? Like the what's it called?
Yeah,
Kenny's
he just didn't
ult,
want to
like,
hit him.
really. No, honestly, Kenny's ult really helped him there. Like just disrupting the buying time for not dead yet to fully activate and to give him some space just to isolate those
God.
fights.
Can
Actually,
we talk
man,
about this ace? Like, what the heck was that, Sheikah? Come on, like, give him a chance, man. Like,
Balls
I mean,
of
I know it was a
steel.
bad buy, but like, okay,
Ice
it
cold.
seems like Jimmy's dart is finally gonna get broken from this A aggression. Instantly broken, yep. They now know that 2 players are here, but look at this push from Kenny. Does manage to get some
Refract
damage.
back.
And Rico on this angle with an op, no one knows.
He's gonna catch him.
Gets the kill onto Haichu, unknowing of that op. Dart comes in, is wasted, and now we'll see if that 60-second cooldown on that Sova Dart has repercussions for the side of Four Uncles. Resmoke comes in by Sheikah.
Aljo's check
The drone,
inside for
yep.
any. Oh, and
He tried
managed to
Jim.
spot the.
Yep.
Yeah, managed to spot the barrel over there.
Unk tries to beat that timing, but Jimmy catches him. This op from Rico on this angle is gonna throw a wrench in any of Four Uncles' plans to hit this A site. I mean, I say that, but look at how many Brynell has on this A site. It's a bit of an overcommitment, in my opinion, but I mean,
I think it's like a worth the risk, at least this early in the game, because they know that the tendency is for Four Uncles playing towards like the other side of the map, and now that they've actually showed so much A presence, they figured maybe this is a fast take. But here comes the B take. Leer out
coming in
metal.
very quickly. Sonic gets a random spam kill onto Rico. That's an op out of play. Sheikah does get a pick and decides to fight the site. A saturate comes in. Does it hit the Sova? Sheikah and Jimmy both get kills of their own. And JD is finally able to kill Raze there to secure the round for Brynell. What a great... I mean, I was doubting the over-rotating by Brynell, but like you said, like they were confident enough to believe that if they had to play retake on C or B, they could take it. And I guess they trusted JD enough to hold down C for long enough so they could retake. But yeah.
It was a good pinch, and they had the info at least like towards C garage area, so they pretty much figured already that with the time left, they were probably either gonna really fast take B or like end C. At that point, it was just a matter of repositioning, and since Four Uncles threw a lot of their util already just trying to enter B, even if no one was there, the retake was pretty much just favored with all the utility on Brynell's side. But here we have some more A aggression.
Four Uncles with a huge push onto that C site. Looks like they have 5 players there. I mean, Killjoy's still watching that flank, but it looks like they do want to end. I mean, look at the amount of ults that Four Uncles has here. 5 ults. I mean, Reyna ults is whatever, but everything else is pretty good. But look at the read that Brynell have. Brynell have this read.
Convergent Paths activated.
Convergent Paths comes in. Raze doesn't get anyone, but Angel gets a kill there.
Fury activated.
JD one hit by there, and Angel manages to kill him with that stinger. Gets another with that stinger.
There's a flank, but the alarm bot surely sees this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Kenny can do here.
And there it is.
Great swing by Sonic there. When that alarm bot hit, he decides to swing.
I mean, now that they know where he is. Honestly. Yeah, he's probably going to save here. Or like maybe try for kills, because they do have a good econ. They know where he is.
Kenny's gonna get taken out by Okay.
What? Okay.
Okay, he gets taken out by Raze eventually. But
okay. I mean, that's still damage. Honestly, that's still damage.
That stinger did work Angel put that stinger to work, getting 3 kills on site there. They did use a Sova ult to tag up JD there, and they did use that, like you said, convergent pass, that Waylay ult.
Yep.
But it was well worth it, especially on a bit of a bad buy. They managed to overcome that gun differential.
Yeah, no, but now you see that the momentum is starting to just like even out again.
Mhm.
And they still have KJ lockdown, by the way. So
Yeah, seems like maybe they want to use it in sewers here. A quick dash by Raze to go into sewers. A flash
I'd say
by
this is a
Unk
pretty
to
good
push,
round to use
yeah,
it.
push Kenny off. It looks like they will be opting to use this Killjoy ult here into that corner.
Should run.
A kill
You
by
can see
Raze
Cypher's
against
already
Kenny there.
moving.
Jimmy
Even before
wants
the
to get a
lockdown
piece
comes
of the
down.
action, doesn't get any spams on, does get scanned, no one shoots him though. And this
You have to
Killjoy
retreat
will
anyway.
go off successfully. A great take here by Four
Pre-plant.
Uncles. We'll see if they can convert this take into a successful post plant.
Yeah,
Smokes
but
will
Angels
be going
has
down
the
shortly.
has the not dead yet as well. So this is basically a 6v4, you could say.
They know that now Rico's on the flank. Will he be able to get... Will he know?
There's another one. Managed to use
Does
the dimension
manage
drift in
to stay
time.
alive. He now knows that Raze is flank. Oh, Raze gets taken out by
Sees
GD.
everything. Pings everything.
Look at the info he's gathering.
Not dead yet. We'll finally use.
1v2 now. And that is a
Wow,
win
they-
for the side of Brian L.
Wow. No, I'm amazed, honestly. They had the econ disadvantage that round, but they still managed to play that retake so perfectly.
I mean, the fact that Rico there gets one and then gets out successfully using his ult.
I agree. That was a Rico round right there. Managed to get one dimensional drift for all the info pings for his teammates, and they just
Yeah.
cleaned it up.
And 2 ults used from the side of 4 Unks there, even on a loss. That is not looking very good if you're on the side of 4 Uncles. Got rid of that Killjoy ult, got rid of that Clove ult. Obviously, Clove ult doesn't have as much value as Killjoy ult, so that Killjoy ult, the fact that they used it, that hurts them a little bit. But
At least they still have
back into
something to
action.
buy with this round. So
Yep.
it's just a regular gun round, but there's first
Kill from
blood already
Shiga and a
raised.
kill from Rico. Another kill. Rico.
Oh my gosh. This is the Rico show at this point.
Oh
there it
my
is.
god, Rico. What the heck?
Immediate 4K.
Alright, put that in Aimers part 28 or whatever.
To be honest,
That-
I'm a bit surprised that the round ended that fast because that shouldn't have ended that fast. That was absolutely not like an eco or a half buy even. Now they're actually on an eco, so
I mean,
kind of awkward, I have to admit.
there's obviously they won the round that fast. I mean, look at Rico. He just got a 4K off the rip. Like, what the heck? I mean, imagine if Sheikah didn't get that first kill and Rico got that. That would be the fastest ace I think I've ever seen. But
Props
again, like
though
Rico
to,
on this
you know,
angle.
props to Rico, props to Brunel for like perfectly matching exactly what tendencies for Uncles have with that mid push. Lightspeed this is really fast
Oh my
take
goodness.
with a stinger.
Back like I
Blow for
never
blow,
left.
1 for 1.
Again, like 4 Uncles with this extremely fast, thrifty push.
Blind
Sheikah's
side.
fully blind from his own teammates. Flash, Rico gets one, is not able to get 2, and that was 2v3 in favor of 4 Uncles. They do get the plant down. It's left to Yoru and Asova. Yoru uses
Another
all
blind
his
side.
util.
Last
Isn't
player
able to get
1v1 now. What does he know? Does he
30
know?
HP.
He knows now, he
Will
heard
be able
him.
to get this kill. Jimmy with the
Oh my
headshot.
gosh,
That was
he's
the
1
only way Jimmy
HP.
could have won that round with
I
the
agree.
headshot.
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness. No, we have the same exact reaction.
Yeah, like what?
Like Angel had the overheal from the pick me
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he heard him, and he still just managed to not kill him.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
Brian L is like really putting on a show for us right now. First, it was that 4K Rico, like, and then it was that. Like, I mean, I thought that round was completely lost because we're on Rico's POV, but then Jimmy out of nowhere gets 2 and then gets that third with that crispy little headshot.
Absolutely, props to every single player in Brunel right now. Like each of them are
100%.
stepping up in individual rounds. Like Shiga earlier with the C anchor, and now Rico with he's just killing everybody at this point.
Yeah. Aggressive play here by Kenny to push up on C, but it looks like the hit will be coming super fast onto
Hunter's
the
Fury
C side.
activate to try to
That
stall.
Jimmy pops that
Gets
Sova
2.
ult and gets 2. Shuts completely down the momentum of 4 Unk. They're now left to kind of fend on sight for themselves. JD saying, give me a corpse for that ult. Raze pops that convergent pass ult to see if he can get anything working. And Jimmy able to get
2v3?
another.
2v2?
Sonic trades out a 2v2. I don't know how this happened. But
Last player
Kenny
standing. Back in a
Oh, now it's all up to
Now it's
Kenny.
2v1,
On
yeah.
this interesting little flank though. They
He
do
has
hear
activated
it
the
walking.
refract though, so he can just like peek anything here.
Look at this interesting
Tries to
use
go
of that
back.
recall.
I think he's
Hey,
just
so-
trying to. I think he's just trying to like disorient them.
Yeah, I mean the time is ticking down though, and smoke comes out to protect the players of 4 Unk.
They know where he is now.
Now, a dash comes in. He spots one. He must know.
Jump to the smoke.
Okay, if he got
That
that
was
kill
pretty
there,
close.
I mean,
Honestly,
he got-
that was pretty
Kenny might
close.
just lose the entire tournament. Like if he gets that.
Switching sides.
I mean,
8-4, not bad.
great attempt
honestly.
by Kenny, but yeah.
This is the number 1 seed after all, so I'd say 8-4 coming to this, not bad at all.
Not bad at all. I mean, for sure, like 4 Uncles still has a chance to play into this game. But I mean, obviously I'm favoring Brynell because they have that 4-round lead. But anything can happen. It's really anyone's game. We see, looks like Brynell want to start off with the maybe aggressive C push here, giving up that A. They will have JD lurking through garage, potentially trying to find a timing or cause some confusion. But
Might this be the meta now, actually? Just like hovering towards the BC side of Haven.
I mean, I don't know. Like, the fact that they're giving up all of A is kind of crazy to me. Yeah, it looks like that Cypher will be getting that info mid just to see if anything's pushing. That's what's good about Cypher Cam is that you can physically see the players that are trying
Right
to
at
flank
the action.
into mid. And a kill by a
Okay,
Rico
crash and light
onto
speed.
Haichu opens up the entire side. Will Angel take a timing here and just swing through the smoke?
Spike
Should
planted.
be patient
Looks
about
like
it,
he
but
won't,
it's
but
about to
that smoke's
expire.
cheating. Unk dies to Shiga, and Kenny trades out Angel. Sonic somehow manages
2v3.
to get 2. Might get
Shot dart!
Player standing.
and JD with that
flank.
flank.
One enemy
Paid off.
remaining.
It's 1v1 now. He has the light speed.
Raise.
Oh my
With the
gosh.
insane 2 kills to make it a 3K to win his team that round. I mean, those are some crispy ghost shots.
I agree.
Uh,
And he was very confident about it either. He didn't even insta-pop the light speed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Reyes clutched that, but the 2 sheriff kills by Sonic there to equalize that round, that was huge too. It was looking all good for Brynell, but it looks like Sonic and Reyes had something to say about that round.
And it's unfortunate that JD couldn't kill the 2 with that flank. They weren't even looking at him at all. Well, that was a good reaction time, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Responding to
I
the
mean,
flank.
like I was saying before, like JD, he took that timing through window, got 1, and in a lot of situations that's enough to win them the round, but Reyes obviously had something to say, so
And here comes
dart.
the early dart info as
Yeah.
usual.
looks like the same lineup
Holding
that
it a
Kenny
bit.
used. Will not get
Yeah, they
broken very
know.
early.
Yep, with the delay in that shock, but okay, and yeah,
Okay.
that was a bit of a funny moment in the smoke, but yeah, with the delay on the recon,
Aye.
gives them better info of like, yeah, they're probably not pushing here yet, but now they actually shifted towards it. We'll see if Sonic's able to hold this. He does have the Ares, can just spray it down.
Managed to get 1. They are going to swing on him in a second, but his teammate helps him get the 3rd as well.
Good support
That
from
was a
Reyes
great
right there.
round. Yeah, great round from 4 Uncles there. Not giving Brynell any chance of getting that thrifty round. A bit of a, like you're saying, a bit of a risky play by Kenny to just jump into the window
Garage
with that
window,
bucky.
yeah, with
But,
the smoke as well.
Yeah, if you're on a low buy, you gotta kind of do risky things. You gotta do unexpected plays. So I applaud him for that. Obviously, it didn't work
Yeah,
out
no,
this round,
respect,
but
respect.
yeah,
Honestly, I do the same with a stinger.
I agree.
But that's only because I'm impatient. But yeah,
looks like-
now it's a. I'd say this is pretty fair gun round. It's supposed to be a bonus, but they do have like I'd say an Ares is pretty solid.
Oh my
and
goodness,
yeah, well,
that
speaking of
Ares.
the devil, there's the Ares right there.
And Reyes gets another one, long too, or was that short? Potentially short. I think.
Sewer,
yeah.
I think that's sewers. Yep.
Shiga does get his orb up there, trying to get that Clovo online, but in this round, it's not gonna matter because he's still 3 or 4 orbs away from it. Seems like this trio will try to find something on to see, potentially looking for a pick. They will have to face that alarm bot that's still in garage here. A Sova drone comes out, gets shot very quickly.
Isolating this, they're trying to split the C site right now.
Kenny does saturate. Haichu is still left on backside to fend for himself while his teammates flood in. Unk is on site. Jimmy does take him out. And 4 Unks able to clean up that round. I mean, it was looking 8-4 at the half, and now it's 8-7. Looks like that momentum from Brynell is like all but lost.
I think Kenny got a little nervous there. He kind of missed the saturate after the light speed, but not that I think it would have changed around so much. They were offside already, so no one would have been affected. either way, like yeah, the momentum has certainly shifted in for Uncle's favor. And even the buys now, like you have to think that this round has to be guaranteed. Their ults are coming up as well, so just
Yeah.
a few more kills here. They're spamming the
Oh
Ares
my
again.
goodness. Raze and
there's
Raze with
wow.
the double kill on the Outlaw. And
That-
then we
absolute
got
value.
Sonic with spamming with the Ares. Like this is what the kind of stuff I like to see is like gun abuse. You know, knowing what angles are good for what guns. Jimmy looking like he wants to fight there does get taken out by Angel there, making it a 5v2 for the side of
Gets the
four
info.
uncles. 5v1 now with Angel. Shiga
Nice shot
does
from
manage to
Shiga.
take out. Yep, he manages to take out that player, but only has a sheriff. He does have the spike though. Maybe he can make something happen if he does get this kill onto Raze. That might
Knows
be
the
a bit of a
Outlaw is here
tall
though.
ask. Yeah, look at this Outlaw. And how much shield does...
Headshot only.
Oh,
Um,
Shiga does have only 125 shield, so he does get taken out with one body shot of that Outlaw. That's so valuable on these kinds of rounds when you know your opponent is in the low buy round.
You have to admit, like they gained so much value off those tier 2 guns, the Ares and the Outlaw, for like what 2-3 rounds in a row, and now they're finally upgrading it to an Odin and an Operator, knowing that,
Yeah.
well, Brunel have the gun round, and I mean, they're I'd say that's close enough to ults, like 2 kills and maybe an orb. They should be able to get the ults, but still more ult advantage, like point advantage towards for uncles.
Yeah,
So look at the push out.
Yeah, Sonic has an
Silva.
Odin now, so it's like he just upgraded his setup. And we'll see what damage that can do maybe later into the round if they do decide to go A.
This is a fast
Right now
C.
with a very fast garage take, they do decide to back
to
out
back
and
off,
maybe insert
yeah.
Rico into it, maybe seeing if he can get a timing or a few cheeky little kills. But they are deciding to go A with
Gate
that
crash is
spike. The
just
spike does
expiring,
JD does have the spike, yeah. Yeah, like you were saying, that gate crash. Is that a gate crash? No, there's no gate crash out right now.
Already, but like
Yeah.
he might have.
Oh my goodness! Look at this Odin abuser. I mean, respect, but like, that's crazy. Yeah, Shiga is now taking sight all by himself. Rico does
He got
get
the timing.
Yeah, he does get that timing. They are transitioning over to C. They do not know that
Who's gonna
Raze
see
is
first?
behind Rico.
They
Will
don't see
clear?
the-
No. Do they see
Oh my
where
goodness.
Rico manages to take out the op? Is he aware of Angel in the smoke? Will he go for this push here?
He probably
doesn't.
is. No, he probably is aware that
But
someone
he's-
is in the area. He just don't
Yeah,
want
but
to.
he's
He
not
doesn't want to
looking
risk the
up
man
that night.
advantage, and he decides to TP finally.
I mean, that was
There-
2 huge kills by Rico. Rico does get
There's Fury
killed
for
by
some chip. Yep.
Yeah, that Hunter's Fury. Jimmy with this reflank might be huge during this round, but it seems like this round is all but lost. 2 players only for 4 uncles. And 4 on the
yet.
side, or now 3, now
Not
2 on
yet,
the side
it's
of
2v2.
Rhinel. Look at this flank. This
Oh
flank
my gosh.
by Jimmy,
1v1.
and isn't able to get that last kill. 4 uncles
Manages
pulled
to stay
that
cool
round out
about
of
it.
nowhere. What?
And he's gonna get the op too, isn't he? Oh
He does
my
get the
goodness.
op. What a round for the side of 4 uncles. A 4v2 converted into a round win, and they saved that op. I mean, maybe a bit of a slip up there from the side of Brynell, looking like Rico gave them all the momentum they needed to win that round, but it just wasn't enough. Unk and Sonic able to convert that round into a win.
But I've had to be honest, now would be the best time to call a timeout because now we're risking another. Yes, we're risking another gun round, but the problem is if we finally win this, loss bonus gets reset, and you're gonna be forced to have to win the next 2-3 rounds. Otherwise, Econ is absolutely in shambles if you just lose one.
Yeah,
But
they decide to not.
just
Yeah,
they decide to just go for it.
Oh,
And there's the op.
Great pick
First
by
blood.
Raze with that op there. Potentially shutting down all the momentum of this C split that they were trying to do. Rico still decides to go with this op onto
Rico
the
gets the
player.
info.
Sees he has a shorty and doesn't decide to uncloak himself. But they do
You see
now
the
have
ults,
C fight.
though.
Yep.
They still have 2 for 2 each team.
Cypher obviously doesn't have as strong of an ult unless he has a kill. And that convergent pass from 4 unks is looking very scary. Rico will
There's a
miss
timing.
that timing onto the Angel, who is
Convergent
coming
paths
into-
activated. Hunter's Fury. Trap wire was triggered. It's blow for blow. Did get some chip damage over there.
And it's now
2v1
3v1.
now. 1v2.
Oh, wait, 1v2.
Let's get the line up here. Op manages to get him.
Don't miss me too much.
Another
Wow, that was
solid
getting a little
round.
dicey for honestly for either team. That was getting really dicey.
Worry for a second.
Another
But
solid
in the
round.
chaos,
from
4 uncles
4
come out on
unks
top.
there. Yeah, another solid round there for 4 unks.
And now, like I said, now their economy's in shambles because they lost that. Again, their economy's in shambles. But then again, if they win, they had to be forced to like win everything, and now they're just going for the force buy. Still not trying to call a timeout. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. This is a really critical moment in the game because yeah, 4 Unks are just 2 rounds away from securing at least an overtime, and the ults are still regenerate to their advantage. But there's the Odin spam. It's some pretty good damage. No healers in the team as well, so Rico will have to play a little more passive. You have to think without the ult.
Seems like Kenny wants to make a move on
Light
to
speed
B side,
in.
which he will indeed do. Uses that Bucky, but Angel waiting in the corner. They're so patiently. Sonic gets another 2 with his Odin, and a res pops from Angel, spelling disaster for the side of Brynell.
Wow.
And I mean, if you're Brynell right now, what's going on? What's going on for Brynell to cause this? I mean, like Kenny usually has really good games, but it seems like right now he's just can't get anything going. Right now he's looking like just a Sova dart almost, a Sova drone for his team to play off of. He isn't really generating anything by himself, and I think that's what's really hurting Brynell. Obviously, Rico is trying to pick up that slack for him.
I think there's a lot of pressure though because he's forced to keep just light speeding in, but they're always zoned away from each other because of all the utility and this spam also from 4 Unks. So
Yeah.
it's so hard for him to just coordinate with his team. Like they probably have it in comms, but at the end of the day, when the execute actually happens, it's so easy to just get completely separated.
The gun abuse from 4 Unks here is really what's causing Brynell so much trouble. Knowing where that op is, knowing where the Odin is really just wreaking havoc on their game plan. Unk is in this interesting pushed up position. I wonder if Rico will decide to take a swing and timing on him. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we have some action going on in Garage. The Odin
Finally just picked up
spamming
the
from
spike as
Sonic
well.
Fast. Yeah. Looks like they're just trying to cause some noise. Rico might
Oh.
swing here, gets that pick onto Unk, and now
That's
the A side
huge.
is potentially open, but that op is still here. Okay, I thought that was
Okay.
a real one. Okay.
No,
Raze
no.
with that op still
He's good.
holding short here might
The
get
Recon's
this
gonna
pick onto Rico.
spot
Yeah,
him.
we'll spot
He
him.
has to run. You're
Nice, Rico does get that pick.
You're theft.
Angel does decide to stay, and Rico with another kill, make that 3 for him this round. Will he be able to get this ace that he's been wanting so long? Rico does get this
Get
win.
timing here.
He gets that ace. Rico with an amazing ace to
Wow.
give his team that round win. I mean,
Has to be a
that
confidence
is
booster, you have to admit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is exactly what his team needed to get them back into this game. I mean, if
Now
you're
he's
Rico
so
right
close
now,
to his ult again.
like if you're Rico right now, you're telling your team, guys, we can win this. This is our game. After that, like crazy ace right there. I mean, that is exactly what they need if they want to have any chance of making this comeback against 4 Uncles.
No, but you have to respect their change in strategy now because they're just leaving Spike, just like in the previous round, they're just leaving Spike in base just to see first, just to prod, just to, I don't know, figure out the best approach in each round. Now they're taking it a lot slower than they were earlier. Yes, they didn't call a timeout, but they must have talked about this already, and I think now they finally decide to pick up the Spike. Have some sense of like where the opponents are.
Yeah, they do
And-
decide to push Raze off with that Sova drone. Sonic with another Sova drone of his own clears out mid, doesn't see anyone. We see some action going on towards that C site. We still have Raze on this
Ult
angle.
activated.
Yeah, Rico does pop his ult, sees Raze with that
Conversion
op.
paths also to
Yeah.
continue on with this execute. They managed to actually. Oh
Raze with the
my
no
gosh,
scope
the no
with the
scope,
op.
the point blank no scope.
I mean, this
That is unfortunate.
This
He
is
was
so
also hindered.
interesting. Yeah, Kenny is alone on C by himself while they're hitting A. A is completely free, but will Kenny be able to find anything
fake
off
all
of this
along?
round? And a flank potentially coming in from Angel there. I don't know if Cypher heard that notification. Kenny with that flank right there got them so much value. Will he be able to get
Now he's just
another one?
pressuring
No,
them.
Raze.
Fortunately, just taken out
30
by
seconds.
Reyes. Yeah.
It's now a 3v2, but do
3v3.
they know that there's one flank? Sheikah is taken out by Angel. It gives them that overheal. But Jimmy gets
1v2?
one. Is he able to get two?
1v1.
Knows where the other one is?
The regen shield. The regen shield. He should have just waited for the regen
Isn't
shield. He
able
would have had
to.
an extra bullet or two.
Knows exactly where that enemy or where Haichu is, but isn't able to secure that round, and that makes it 9-12. And
find the
also
op, I
Haichu,
think.
yeah, Haichu is gonna save that op as well, making
Did he
this a
find it?
very, very scary situation for the side of Brynell.
I think he's gonna be able to get it right. Okay, he's just gonna settle with the Odin then.
point.
Couldn't
That's
he
fine
can
too.
reach it. Yeah, that's fine. They have money. They have money. No problem. They have money.
They have money. This is a fair buy for each team, but it really just comes down to look at the ult difference right now. Haichu is 2 away from ult. They do have that convergent pass and the Reyna ult. Meanwhile, on the side of Rhino, it doesn't seem like they have anything they can really go for.
Jimmy's the closest one, if anything. But
And,
yeah,
I
they're
mean,
gonna have to fight for an orb, but that's going into an ult no matter what.
And even if they do get Jimmy's ult, I mean, that's not that useful of an ult for sight hit. I mean, it can be used, but look at the spam. Almost gets some damage on Shiga. Doesn't get anything, though.
Well, at least they know that the Sova's towards C, so they have to think that the op is towards A, and they actually the blind side actually does push it away. That was a perfect read. I have to admit. I have to think that was a perfect read.
Yeah, they do push Raze off that angle, but he still does have that angle in short, so it's not like his op is no longer a threat. The spike for the side of Brynell is leaning towards C. Seems like they maybe do want to end C here. But they
see they're playing it very patiently.
They are taking out the turret.
Take the util out.
Taking out the util, yep.
Shock Dart should destroy the Nano Swarm, but Nano Swarm is activated preemptively.
Lets them know that Haichu is sitting in his back corner.
He's
and
stuck
now
on platform.
Haichu is
Now
in a
Metal
world of trouble.
decays him. But they're not really pushing. They have Sonic as support.
And look at the solo Cypher lurk onto A. Will this get any value? It seems like Kenny is also wanting to scale up all off of this. They don't know that the op is still
the pressure in C already like rotated Unks away from it. So this is up to Reyes to get this kill.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if Reyes can get this kill. It would be huge. But also if the side of Brynell, if they're aware of this,
25.
It seems like JD might get taken out by this op. Reyes definitely knows that someone is on site now. He saw that foot with that op, and that triggers his team into making a full rotate. Angel is able to take out a lurk by Jimmy. That gets rid of all that Sova util. And a convergent path is coming in. Reyes is going in. Unk with this angle from heaven takes out Rico.
Whoa,
Kenny able to take out one.
It's
now a 2v3 in the favor of Brynell. Reyes has 1 HP. And Sonic gets taken out by Shiga. Just an op.
This has to be a save, right? Honestly, like they have money to spare, and like they have rounds to spare still.
Yeah, but
it's fine.
I mean, an investment of an ult there, they would have liked to see the game end there, but sadly they're not able to convert that into a match win. That gives some hope towards Brynell, who have now the Clove ult up. They have that Sova ult up, and they're in the process of getting the other ults too. They're in a really good spot here.
The problem with that round is when they were when Unks were trying to retake, they were getting caught with like a shorty out or the util out, like literally just pants down.
Yeah.
And they're like like whether it was timing or just a little bit of like a brain fart moment. But yeah,
I agree.
Good for Brynell though.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Brynell has kind of maybe figured out this attacking side now. They're causing some noise on towards that C side, having maybe a solo lurker. We'll see if that ends up switching. Reyes, I don't know if he has an op still, but he does. He is still on the A side. That op will stay over on that side.
At least now we're certain that Brynell have the buys for the rest of this regulation.
This game will end with one team winning and one team losing, not because of economy, but Haichu gets pushed off of the C backside angle. Brynell now has control. Yeah, Brynell now has control of the entire C side. It's going to be a 5v5 retake. Angel is pushed up.
The operator is still so far
into garage. This kill is going to be critical. Angel manages to take out that lurker, but does he expect Jimmy here? Jimmy takes the trade there. Haichu gets that kill with the sheriff, and now a lockdown looks like it's coming out. Shiga gets taken out in his ult. A 2v4 now with that lockdown coming in.
Were activated, but it's 1v4.
He's gonna mark.
Can he do it? He doesn't manage to tag, but
is not able to get anything.
Just barely.
13-10 in the favor of 4 uncles with a dominant performance. I mean, we just saw them win against UBC Black, and now they get another win against the first seed of the tournament. I mean, it looks like there's no slowing these guys down.
I agree. No, honestly, that last round could have gone anyone's way with all the ults being thrown. That I'd like to think that was just a game of milliseconds of inches, but yeah, 4 uncles come out on top in the end. I know there's 4 people still left, but literally all those 4 could have been taken out with even just like an extra Hunter's Fury shot.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see that game go into overtime. You'd love to see a very intense game like the previous one. Exactly. But I'm glad that 4 uncles were able to pull it out. against the #1 seed right now. I think that will be the last game of today's Cascadia Cup stream. Remember to tune in tomorrow. The stream will be starting up at around 12, barring any delays, where we will have the grand finals eventually at 4 p.m. I think. So yeah,
I
thank
believe
you
so.
for coming in and watching our stream. Lance, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, no, I just want to thank everyone. Thank you for the players. Thank you also, Moses and the rest of the broadcast team for a successful first day. And we're really hoping for some more good games tomorrow. I hope everyone enjoyed our cast, the games, and yeah, hopefully we get a spicy set of games.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye.